Happy Valentine's Day. What the hell? I didn't miss my damn turn. Alrighty then. So we're just going for a little ride, I guess. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Love Day. It is February 14th. And we are in day 14. This makes the 14th day of the search for Nancy Guthrie. So I have something that I'm going to put out there. Um, I have on yellow. I have yellow on to in honor of Nancy, right? They asked us to put yellow flowers, the yellow ribbon, and I just decided to put on yellow because yesterday, yesterday I want y'all to see the beautiful sunset. Yesterday, we were out at Nancy's home. Then we went to where SWAT was, and then the media went to Culvers. So it was a long, long day and night, right? I wasn't out there all day, but it was a long evening into the night, into the morning, and I didn't go to bed till 3:30. And this morning, I just said, I have to. Saturdays, I normally work out. So I'm like, I was going to get out and come out there early in the morning. But like I said, when I um, got on to JLR, he is there, right? He is on it there nonstop. I don't know how you don't sleep, brother, but I need my rest. I need my rest, or I'm no good to anyone. And I am a Cancer, so I am an emotional person, and I am also an empath. So I feel this. This is not just, true crime, because with true crime, I always say that, like when a husband unalives a wife, or a wife unalives a husband, or, people focus more on the the suspect than the victim, and then they forget about the children and the family and the friends and the neighbors. And isn't this absolutely gorgeous? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So I am I have to take time for myself to breathe, to understand what's happening, to understand my own triggers, because I mean, I told y'all I was a victim of fraud. I went down to the DA, gave them all the information, and I got, well, I'm not even going to say it because it's going to trigger me, but it is, I understand, right? We're all on the edge of our seats. And, some people on the East Coast weren't even asleep. They weren't even asleep. They were just up, and we all thought everything was going to come to an end last night. That's what I said. You heard me say that on camera, like, oh, okay, so we went here, we went there, and now we're here with something, right? There hasn't been, thank God, I'm gonna say thank God, we haven't seen a coroner, we haven't seen CSI, we have seen forensics, but and I'm not sure. I'm waiting to hear if the detainees were released, right? A lot of times I wait until I get out here. I will look at people, but I wait until I get out here to hear it from the horse's mouth. Now, people have said, well, those pictures aren't real, this, that, and the third. At this point, I don't think that the one on the bottom left, but the one on the bottom right could very well be real. They talk about AI. AI is here. AI is here to stay. You know, um, that's scary. But who knows? Like I said, it's believable. It can be put together. They're like, that's not her hair. What was in the book bag? We don't know what was in the book bag. How many times do we know that when someone is kidnapped, don't they change the color of the child's hair and all this other stuff? I just, where am I going? Okay, I'm 5 minutes away. So, I'm going to bring you, I do not work for CNN, even though I had on a CNN jacket last night. I do not work for anyone. I am a little small YouTube channel that follows, lifestyle channel that follows true crime, as well as fitness, food, hair, fashion, travel. It's a lifestyle. Those are the things that intrigue me. So I'm heading to the house where SWAT was. That's where I'm going first because I want to ride past the house and see the house myself. We weren't able to ride past there yesterday. Greetings, welcome, happy Saturday, happy Valentine's Day, um, or happy Sunday, depending on where you're viewing from. But I wanted to go there because I know that we were restricted. We weren't able to go into certain locations, so we couldn't go past that road. We couldn't go past the sheriff. So I wanted to ride past the house and see for myself what that looks like. Uh-oh. Uh, Wait, are you in this lane to make a left? I want to go straight. You're in the wrong lane if you're making a left, boo. This is for straight. I don't even think they realize that their blinker's on. Okay. So this is where we're headed. I'm headed to where the SWAT raid was last night. And then I'm going to go to Nancy Guthrie's. Look at these pine trees. Y'all, look at this. I just have to, I'm going to take it down. I'm not looking. I'm just riding past. I just want you all to see the freaking mountains. I hope you can see it. My face is straight, so I hope you can see it. Can you see the mountains? I am 3 minutes away. I don't know if you're trying to say the depressed country, but I mean, if you, um, it's COUNTRY. I don't know if that's an insult to America, but people are depressed around the world. People are depressed around the world, especially in third world countries, okay? Because they have less, they may be happy, right? There may be some happy people and, you know, but when I walk through the streets of Africa, certain countries in Africa, you see the depression in people's faces. And as life is hard, that's why I feel like people should take the time. I take the time for myself. I'm going to take that time for myself to make sure that I'm not depressed, to make sure that I'm dealing with my PTSD, that I'm recognizing my triggers. But I also know with me, that PTSD is not going to leave until somebody is in prison. Because people do the most diabolical things to people, to other human beings, and then there's no accountability. And the law abiding citizen has to just take that and live with that, and while the criminal just goes on about their business. That's what makes people go postal. Just saying. That's why I work out. That's why I'm in the gym. And it wasn't always like this for me. What I'm seeing with people that are Nancy Guthrie's age in Tucson, Arizona, I'm telling you, I can't get into certain gym classes that we have to sign up for. I can't get into those classes. Some of those classes are absolutely full because this is the most active adult community I have ever been in my whole life. Okay, so it's the next corner. So I should be able to just turn down here. You all will be able to see the lights, the houses. We're gonna see. I want to show you this though. This is what I do want to show you. Let me bring it up close. Let me bring it up closer. Let me bring you up closer. Look at the mountains. Look at that. Okay. And that is because the sun is setting. Hi, Eliza. Happy Saturday, sis. Happy Saturday. Happy Love Day. Hi, Crystal. Okay, so let me see. Is this is where I was parked last night, right? This is where I was at, right? Things look different in the daytime. This is where I was at. I was standing out here, but look, it's completely different from yesterday, right? Completely different. No one is out here. So we're going to head down here to 6215. Okay. This is where the sheriff was. All right. This is 6341. Where are we going? We're going. Okay. So we're going around the bend. Right. See, that's another house. Oh, wow. Look at this one. Look at this house. Look at this motherfucker. Look at this house, y'all. I swear, I look at this. Good evening. Look at that damn gate. Okay, so now this shit looks like it should be in Africa or in a Latin country, right? This is nice. This is nice. I love those windows. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I know they were pissed. Look at all this yard. I know they were pissed. Who the F are these people down here? Okay, so that's the house across the street. I'm in love with that house. Holy crap. And they got a courtyard in the back. Jesus. I told y'all, some of these people got money, y'all. Some of these people have money. Jesus, that house was beautiful. What y'all think? No, that's not Nancy's house. I am you late to the party, TT. Um, that's nice. So where I'm going is I'm going where the SWAT was last night, right? We weren't able to drive down this road. Let me see. What? TT, 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 TT. Please, this is the wrong page to come on talking the bullshit, okay? Okay. Is this to make a damn joke on Nancy? What the fuck is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You just came on here. That's not Nancy's house. What the fuck? Is this to make what's wrong with you? Right? If you don't walk up into someone's home and just start talking crazy. All right, I said that I'm going to where the raid was first, and then I'm going to Nancy's home. Okay, I'm sorry you're so hostile. I don't know what's going on. It has been 14 days. It is driving us all insane, but you need your hair fixed. I can't. All right, so I'm assuming that you're going through something, TT. This is why I worked out this morning, sweetie. This is exactly why I worked out this morning, because the way you're feeling is how I was feeling when I woke up this morning. Okay, so this is 624, this is 6214, and we're going to 6215. It's right here. This is 6215. So it's behind some trees. Of course, my nosy ass come in here, right? I'm nosy, right? Okay, so look. This is 6215. This is where they executed the warrant last night. So we couldn't see anything. This is not one of the bigger houses, right? This is not one of the bigger houses. I'm going to sit here for a second. I'm going to read y'all comments, but this is where they um, executed the search warrant, the federal search warrant, because I heard that it was a federal search warrant. Look at that sunset. Maybe I should sit here and let y'all watch the sunset. Let me just pull to the side. I understand, TT. I understand, and please forgive me the way I reacted, but I understand because This is driving everyone crazy, right? I have tried a couple times when I was stretching during my workout. I'm just thinking about like who would do this? Where is this woman? We are on day 14. So no matter how much we want to say she's alive, it's just we're every day we're like, oh God, oh God, oh God. And we're feeling like this and we're just on the outside looking in. Can you imagine what the family is feeling? I can't. I don't I don't wish this on anyone. But there are some wicked people out there. And this is why this morning I was like, this afternoon, I worked out. I worked out. And someone came on the page and was like, what the hell? Why ain't you at Nancy? They told me to go to Nancy's house. That's what they said. And I just had to educate them like, look, I have to do what's best for me. And right now, when I woke up this morning and I hear JLR saying it's the same thing over again, and I'm like, wait, what's the same thing over again? They didn't botch what? They didn't release who? So I'm gonna go over there to find out what is actually true as to who they released. So let's get in the car. Okay, window. You don't want to go up? That's fine. I ain't with you like that because I'm not purchasing a new car or leasing. No, first of all, that car that I want, that Mustang Mach 3, I'm leasing. I would never buy another damn car. I don't know about y'all, but I would never, ever, ever purchase another car. Never. For what? I don't even like getting into bed with the cell phone companies for 2 years. It's gonna be hard enough for me getting into bed with a mortgage company for how long? Oh man. Oh, I gotta put my jacket on, y'all. So we're gonna walk quick because I don't know what's what. I don't know what's what. I don't know. I don't want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Really bother the neighbors, right? I'm coming here. It's quiet now. A lot of people nobody's here but me. This morning, someone said that they were going to knock on the door. I said, well, I know damn well I ain't doing no ish like that. And ask me, say why, Tay Tay? Why wouldn't you go and knock on the door? Because my ass is brown. Okay? And I'm not trying to end up smells like a fire. Something's on fire. Something is on fire. I ain't trying to end up on the ID channel. I'm not trying to end up dead. The Latin girl went to the wrong damn house to clean, right? She got a job. She going to clean. And she goes to the wrong house and ends up unalive. I'm sorry guys. Let me put this in the thing. Ah, there we go. Instead of me just holding it and moving it all around. Sorry for those if that made you a little dizzy. Put my jacket on, close and lock the door, and I'm just gonna walk past here. I take my sunglasses off. The sun is going down, so I can see clearly. There are there are two vehicles in the. Sound like I hear somebody. There are two vehicles in the driveway, and then I think it's a truck in the driveway as well. Um, yes, I do understand, and I'm on the West Coast. Welcome, welcome, welcome from North Carolina. So I hear a dog. This is the house from last night. Let me see. Poor. I don't know what's wrong with people. Um, so Justice with Chanel. There are three cars in the driveway. This is the house from last night. 6215. And if they release them and they didn't have anything to do with this that would be crazy, right? Kicking in people's door, waving. I wouldn't want to kick in. somebody kicking my door, but you see a lot of the foliage is behind here, so we wouldn't really have been able to see too much of anything last night. And then when they had the drones, they were looking in the back, but this is not one of the bigger homes. Um, so the TV crew, everyone is all at Nancy's home, right? This is the house. I was at the house that SWAT came to last night, and I'm here because I wanted to see it myself. I wanted to see it myself because they had us blocked off. So I wanted to see it myself. So that's why I came over, right? 6215. Um, oh, I agree. I agree, Crystal. But I have my banger with me. I am a registered gun owner. And people just gonna, they're not gonna, they're looking, they're not gonna come out with a gun and shoot you. Or this is a very affluent neighborhood. They may not even is people, everyone is being nosy. They're walking, it's the evening, they're walking, people are walking past Nancy's home. Um, Everyone is intrigued. But as long as you're respectful, if I'm out here loud and playing music and that, then that's an issue. But, I'm not really bothering anyone. Um, so someone asked about are the photos true? And I will say this. The photo on the left, bottom left hand side, I put the description of the website in there, right? And let's head to Nancy's. I just wanted to see the house, but let's head to Nancy's now before the sun goes down. Um, the photos that I found on a website, right? I found this on a website. It's not that I created them or I found them on a website with an article. All of that is there in the article. And they um I looked at it and I'm like, okay, so the one to the left looks very crazy, right? With the woman and that one looks crazy, but the one to right could be, right? Um, if they said that they were working on getting more footage, they said that there's more footage from those cameras and they were working on getting more footage, then I'm like, wait, so that could be true, right? Are there leaks in the Pima County Sheriff's Department? Well, the people are talking to people, and we're hearing things on the ground that y'all are not hearing through mainstream, right? So, they were like, "Oh, that's her. That's not her hair. Blah blah blah." And can think before we type crazy stuff in there, and just say, "Wait." When a child is kidnapped, what is one of the things they find? Dye. Don't they try to change the way you look? Don't they try to change? You know what I mean? So saying, I was like, that's not her hair, but then I also don't know what was in the book bag. And I'm also speculating just like everyone else because we don't really know anything. So, yeah. Good evening, RH. So, yes, I did see the pow pow. Um, so, well, you good then? Yes, I don't leave home without out my best friend. That's my best friend. People be like, my man, my man, my man. I be like, my gun, my gun, my gun. Okay, so I did see the same pow pow that was in the picture is the same pow pow that was in the video. Same shape. It makes sense. The him walking her out, they were like, oh, she put on clothes. Okay. Did they not say that they were in there for 40 minutes? Thank you. Right? They said that now we are 5 minutes away. It literally says when I put in her address, 5 minutes away. So it said that he was in there for 40 minutes. 40 minutes. So and he looked older to me. He didn't look very young. He looked older to me. So I'm like, he wasn't carrying her. He had to walk her out. Is it that far fetched that this man made her get dressed, right? Told her to get dressed, made her put a wig on her head, right? walked her out the door. She gets out the door. She tries to scream. He takes his hand or the gun and hits her in the nose or whatever, right? Blood is drops of blood is on the ground, and then they leave. And he's reminding her that he got the gun behind her, right? So, when people say, "Oh, da, 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 that's fake," we don't know what's real. But that picture on the side, the one on the left, that's a nice house to the right. I'm turning around. The one on the left with the nightgown and stuff, and they got that circled. I'm like, that looks crazy. That doesn't look. I don't know. But the one on the right, I'm like, hold up. We see the gun. What do we know what Nancy looks like today? Like they're showing. I don't know. Oh, look at that GLE. Oh, the GLE and that Mach 3 is my new. Oh man, I love cars, y'all. Jesus, that's why I said I would never purchase another car. Only will I. I'm riding past the house. This is the house that was the SWAT raid. So there are lights on in the house. People are home. People are home. I know they're probably devastated. Um, these in communities like this, the neighbors be talking to each other. And did you see you? Well, and then JLR said he spoke to one of the neighbors, and they said, well, they were weird. They only came out and walked their dog. The blinds are always closed. I mean, that's that. Some people want their blinds closed. Some people don't. Having your blinds open, you may have things you're sharing people. I don't know. You're showing people, hey, you want to rob me? This is what I have inside here. That's what I'd be thinking. So one of the things JLR said last night, this house, right? And that house, these houses are nice. Now the house that they raided wasn't the most beautiful house in this area, right? In this neighborhood, but these houses, that house doesn't have anything on these houses. Okay, so where are we going? We got to keep going. This says no outlet. So this is where we were last night. This is where we were last night. I was going from side to side. So now I see there was a house there. We didn't really see that. I know the people were pissed off with us because we were all out here. All here is where we were. Here, over there. That's where JLR was, right? That house right there they were probably pissed off with us being out here last night. They were probably pissed. Like, so they're probably happy that we're going now, you know. So, I never post anything to be malicious. I want Nancy to be brought home. I was hoping that last night was going to be the end of it. But if I see something and it makes sense, I follow true crime. We're going to look at things differently, right? I have not seen the media yet. I've been following, but it looks like the media is this is why I wasn't in a hurry to get here today. Because it looks like the media, they're just waiting. They were supposed to release a statement last night, and then they got notice that they said that they weren't going to release a statement. Okay, until tomorrow morning, until tomorrow, which is today. I don't think anything has been released. But one thing JLR was saying was the location. They real mad. I'm driving slow. We're going around in. Yes, I'm not in a hurry. This seems like it's a very this is kind of a busy street. One thing JLR was saying last night was the house that they did the raid at is only 5 minutes away from where Nancy Guthrie's home is. So yes, they all went back to Nancy's home. I just wanted to ride past there to see for myself because we were blocked off last night. So I just wanted to ride past the house that they raided. And now I'm going to Nancy's. Now, there are a few reasons why I'm coming later at night. Number one, it may be less media. I don't know if it's going to be less media now because, people are waiting for an answer, right? Now, last night there a few things happened, and I have my notes, but a few things happened. No, let me stay on track. Let me stay on track, and then I'll go back to a few things that happened about the Range Rover and all the stuff that came out last night. We see me driving. You do not see any street lights, no street lights, which means there isn't any. It's dark as hell out here, number one, and there isn't any cameras. They said that there are cameras inside some of the street lights in Tucson. Now, whether which ones work and which ones don't, we don't know, but some of them don't work. I think they were trying to just get people to stop running red lights. They have a lot of drinking and driving out here. People do a lot of drugs. I think I'll be making a right soon. Yeah. So this is like right down the street. There aren't any street lights. So that means this is not a street. I mean, it's a street light, but this is not operable. It may only be operable when someone presses this button. It says stop here on red. And that's because people probably going through the loop. There's something that's called the loop. People be walking through and riding their bikes and things like that. And it's a crosswalk, right? Okay, someone's behind me, and I don't want them to be behind me unless I'm driving all slow. Okay, go ahead, go around. Yeah. Go around. Girl, please help me understand this person who unalived themselves and then supposedly didn't know. Okay, so, all right. Now, I wanted to cover that. I am headed to Nancy's home now. So it's 5 minutes away. It's only 5 minutes away from where the raid was. So, and I'm happy that this is the way that the navigation brought me. I feel like I'm yelling at you all. This is the way that the navigation brought me. And what we're seeing is there weren't any street lights. So the law enforcement, what were they doing? Law enforcement was following we looking for specific vehicles. They were looking for the van. They're looking for whatever vehicles. Evidently, they were looking for the Range Rover, right? They're looking for specific vehicles with the traffic cams to see if they can track them. But the place of the raid, whether they said it was part of the Nancy Guthrie case. Now, we just don't know how in depth. Are they still detained? Did they question someone? Now, from what I'm understanding, the media is not saying anything about anyone that was unalive. That is just what we're hearing on the streets, and regular people like myself are trying to bring y'all what we hear, right? I'm a small girl. I'm just like, what in the hell? I'm trying to, wow. Okay. So the cars, I am a seventh of a mile, and you see all these cars up here already? So I don't know. I don't know. Damn, these are nice cars. Let me just say what I see. Okay. This is a Tesla, the SUV one. This is a Porsche, the SUV. This is a Benz, the GLA. This is a Volvo. That Volvo is nice though. Shit, that Volvo is nice. Look at that. I would drive the hell out of that. Oh my goodness. Look at that GLA. Oh, I like that too. And then there's a GMC. Now, I don't know if they're at this house or if they are, I don't know if they're news. So I don't know what my internet is going to be like either, guys. Like, it's a lot of people here again because they want to know, well, why did they confiscate the Range Rover, right? Why did they tow the Range Rover? I mean, they cleaned that scene up quick. I'm like, damn, they ran away like roaches. I mean, as soon as that truck was on the flatbed, I turn around, they going. I'm like, whew, they really are the Men in Black, right? So could be media cause those are. This is a 0.6 of a mile, so that may be from a party. That's probably some rich people having a party, and yeah, this is too far. You see, because this is the media wouldn't park that far. I was 0.7 of a mile. Somebody having a party, and they all got mother effing money. Jesus Christ, what did I do wrong? Shantae, you're gonna get there. It's just people just got so much money. I don't. Whew, okay, let me not talk about that because those are rich people problems. So let's get back to this. So I talked about the picture, right? I explained why I think the picture could be real, the one on the right hand side with him holding a gun. That's the same gun and in the holster, and blah blah blah, and we don't know what was, let me say that. Oh crap. Okay, don't start, do not start, internet. I'm getting closer and closer. Before I go, okay, I'm on the street so I can get rid of my GPS. I want to show you all something that I saw with KOLD News, right? I told you all, from what I was hearing, I was like, okay, wait, what is it? Is that a parking lot? Well, from what I was hearing, you know, when they said, oh, the DNA, then they're like, oh, people are going for the search warrant, they're executing SWAT, right? They're dispatch SWAT. And I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking, okay, so they got the DNA, they got a DNA hit, they didn't put it into CODIS, they got a hit from that, they got a name, now they have an address and they're following. That's what I'm thinking, right? That's what KOLD News was thinking as well. And I don't know if that's what's happened, because this is my thing. If you got DNA, you can't. You may not be able to fully build the case with just the DNA. You're gonna have to. You need other things to make your case stronger. But we don't know to what extent that raid was in conjunction with the Nancy Guthrie um, kidnapping case, right? Okay, so I think I still got to go down. Wait, hold on. It's just down the street, right? I think I'm on the right road. Oh shoot, y'all! I don't think I'm on the right road. I think I was supposed to make a turn somewhere. I think it said to keep going straight. It didn't tell me to make any turns. Mr. Mikey, welcome. Thank you so much for moderating. I appreciate you. The sheriff is not sharing. Oh, they said the sheriff is not sharing any information with the FBI either. I truly hope that they are working together, because honestly, guys, if they continue to not work together, what happens? What actually happens? Oh no, I'm doing. Am I going the right way? Yes, I just got to keep going straight. Yeah, I'll drive right into it. Okay. Evidently, one of these roads turned into another road. Okay, so that was my thing. KOLD News was thinking the same thing I was thinking, right? I'm like, wait, hold up. If they shared that they got the DNA, they've been had the DNA. Now they dispatched in SWAT. That's what, and there were no arrests. So if there were no arrests, I feel like they don't have enough evidence yet, or the case is not strong enough. But I do hope and pray. I feel like they're working together, family. I really do. I feel like they are working together. It's just that this is we don't know. We're just like, wait, we get somewhere and we're like, okay, it's gonna be the end, and it's like it's not the end. It's like, well, okay, around another curve, we're not there yet. Around another curve, we're not. Well, what's going on here? Now let's talk about this Range Rover from last night, and the fact that no one is talking about if someone now there influencer, a YouTuber, whoever Dolly is. I don't know if it's a man, a woman. I think it's a man. Not sure. But if they're saying that Dolly was on the road and Dolly saw the FBI pull over the Range Rover, next thing, whomever's in the Range Rover, pal, I'm going to unalive myself. Well, we do know either the person did unalive themselves, they were arrested and the FBI took them and then confiscated the car, towed the car or whatever, or what? That's a nice house. A lot of these houses are one levels. That's what I do like. You don't have to upstairs and downstairs. They're just huge because they're only one level. And this is because it's an adult community, the active adult community, the older adult community. They don't need to be walking up steps and stuff like that. So if you all were wondering why, um, please, it's 124 people in here, 36 likes. Tap, 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 tap that screen. Cost you nothing. So I'm just recapping, right? I'm recapping. I think I'm gonna have to make a left. I'm recapping. So um the police had the cover, they had the tarp up so we couldn't see whatever they were taking out of the trunk, right, or the back of. So my thing is you told the car, where's the person that was driving the car? They're not telling us this. Yeah, I'm going the right way because I remember the people were out here playing with the child to the right. Okay, right, yes. and then we're going to make a left. These houses, look at this, y'all. This is just so beautiful. Let me back on up. This is just, I swear. And people pay for the beauty. People pay for the beauty out here. First of all, that looks like a very chic modern house, right? But they pay for this beauty. Look at that. And they put the lights there specifically to showcase their SWATs. Yeah, okay. Oh man. All right, let me see. You can go around me. Yes, you can go around. I know y'all probably getting paid for this. Oh no, that's somebody that live here. A dog is in the backyard. Someone said in JLR's live, like, oh, y'all just on, you're not helping, you're the reporters, y'all really don't care about Nancy because y'all would be out there in the desert looking for them. And I said, do people hear themselves? I don't think people hear themselves talking. Like, I actually don't think that they hear themselves talking, because this is the thing. If that is their job, how in the hell are they going to say, you know what, CNN, forget you, we're going to look for what the heck? People, I swear, I just, everyone has a brain, but everyone does not use it. Oh, man. I know the neighbors are like, damn, they back over here again? All right, so we gonna park and we gonna talk. We're gonna park and we gonna talk. Shout out to y'all tapping that screen. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Um, I'm so happy. I have hit 4,000 subscribers. That's big for my little subscribers. That is to you all. We got over 200 subscribers last night in the live. Well, what is this? Oh, look. This is what people put out. They don't want them in front of the yard. Look at that. Look at that. Right? I don't even, were the trees there? I don't even know. Now, my little truck could park right here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to head up, and I just want to go and just ride past. I just want to ride past independent media, and people like you, Tay Tay, are out doing something and trying to help. What is the media contributing? Thank you so much. I want to know what's going. Oh, see, the parking space goes up here. Now I don't know if my internet is going to be worse. Oh, no. This is where we normally park, in front of 5800. This is where we normally park. So I mean, at least they probably gonna know my little truck. They gonna be like, oh, Travel with Tay Tay is back. That girl with that beautiful smile. I know. Thank you, guys. Okay, so now let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Um, I feel like it's both of us, because without the media, right? Without the media, we wouldn't know what's going on. I feel like the problem is the ego of many parties, right? I'm just a YouTuber. Shout out to you all. Um, I'm just a YouTuber, and someone that really does like true crime. I don't know why, but it seems like we all do, because everyone is sitting on the edge. They're like, "Oh my God, I didn't go to bed till 3:40, 4:30 in the morning." My mother sent me a text. I was like, "What are you doing up?" Like, I can't go to sleep. As soon as we go to sleep and we wake up, we pick up our phones. Let's cut the TV on. What happened? Did they find Nancy? Everybody thought it was going to come to an end last night, right? But one thing I will say is we all need each other from the bottom. I'm going to say I'm the bottom, right? From the bottom, I need, that sounds weird, I'm the bottom. But from the bottom, from the influencers, the YouTubers, the content creators, to the media, I might be skipping people, to the mainstream media, to the police, to the FBI, right? It shouldn't be not one, this is us, bang on my chest, hear me roar. The main purpose is to get Nancy and bring her home. So someone said the FBI and Pima is not working together. The Pima County Sheriff's Department. I truly hope that they can say, you know what, we're going to put what people tell their children to do. We're going to put this to the side until this case is over, right? But how many people are just so egotistical? I feel like everyone is contributing. I feel like everyone is contributing in their own way, because we're not mainstream media. Mainstream media is not an influencer. They're not influencers. Like we can say things that they can't, right? Because they need to verify this, that, and the third. No one has said anything about anyone being unalive in the mainstream media. So I'm getting information from the mainstream media, right? So I personally, being on the ground, boots on the ground, I wouldn't say that they're not contributing. Um, I feel like everyone is contributing, but we don't know how people feel on the inside. You know what I mean? That's the thing. We don't know how people feel on the inside, and I will hope that no one is out here to sabotage this. Y'all got lights on. What up? Hey, I don't know who that is as far as the drone, but they just put lights. Like, that's kind of scary. Oh, it's the person behind me. Okay, that was their drone. It was just bloom, bloom, just light, light. I'm like, well, what is that? Man, you looking like I am robot. Okay, so let me see. Tay, I'm just looking at all the undeveloped land. If someone was put out there, they would never be found. Hurts my heart. Now, Barbara. I'm gonna get back to that one. Look at the leaders of the state, and you can tell what's going on. I do, Cap. I'm not saying you wrong. I'm not, especially with that. Yeah, the closer I get to the house, I know the internet um be tripping with all the people that's using the internet. Okay, so let me say this. Um, I don't. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not happy with. Y'all have heard me say this. I'm not happy with the sheriff's department. With um, I don't like the sheriff, but who am I, right? I voted against him, and that's my right. He still won, so whatever, right? Nothing I can say about that. So, um, other people, I thought I heard that the Guthrie family didn't even want the sheriff handling the case. Did you all hear that? I don't think that they could keep them out because it is the sheriff is he's the sheriff of Tucson, right? So Pima County. So I don't think that they really could keep him out. Um, Dang, I gotta swap the phone out again. Okay, I gotta get ready because it's cold, y'all. So I have to make sure that Oz is warm outside. But I really did think that this was going to come to an end. I really did. I thought that last night I was like, they detained, they questioning, they got all of these. I mean, just a big I'm not gonna say it was a big display, but it was a big display of nothing. No, Shantae, don't say that. I take those words back because we don't know if it was nothing. It's just we don't see anything. And we're just like, well, they said that they were going to make a statement and we're just waiting. And we're like, well, you said we holding you accountable. And it's like, y'all, we are trying to solve a case. Okay. And y'all just want to know what the hell going on. So you could tell your my nose hurt right here. Like somebody said, bam. I ain't nobody punched me in my nose. I haven't been in a fight. I have some flowers I'm going to put up. I'm hoping the internet will be better. So let's get back to okay. So Barbara said, "Tay, I'm just looking at all the undeveloped land. If someone was put out there, they would never be found. That breaks my heart." Okay, that is one of the things I'm not out in Tucson at night unless I'm going from point A to point B, and I got my pow pow pow, because that's just the truth about being in the desert. You're in the desert, and there's all this vast land. And Tucson is not like Phoenix. Phoenix is more the city, is more concrete, more buildings, this, that, and the third. They got more crime. But I think Tucson has so much crime because we're so close to the border. But it's dark. They don't have a lot of street lights. If someone is looking for someone, they can get them. And if, especially out here, it's quiet, each house is on at least an acre of land. Anything, like I was saying in the video, if she yelled and she screamed, who would actually hear her? Maybe this house here, but how many people are snowbirds? How many people live here permanently? So there are so many variables. I love math, right? There are too many variables out there for us to just be chasing, like, well, what? Where is Nancy? I was like, okay, well, last night we didn't see an ambulance. You know, someone said all of those cars going. Um, people just be talking. The like the amount, of course they were ridiculous, but the large amount of numbers of FBI agents that went there, right? Someone said that the family was in one of those cars, and I was like, well, the police don't allow the family to come to a crime scene. And then I'm like, well, if Nancy is in that bad of a shape and she doesn't want to go anywhere, maybe the family can coax her out, right? That's what I'm thinking. Like, we're going to get on TV and they're going to be like, we found Nancy and then happy Valentine's Day. I don't know if that's a movie in my mind, but I'm like, I can put those two together if the family was there. But people just, probably talking. The family, we think the family was in the car. That was a lot of police presence, a lot of law enforcement presence. I don't know. If they're not telling us anything, I feel like they're following leads. And we're not going to know anything till the last minute. That's why I wasn't in a hurry to get out here. I was following JLR. I saw him go and get a book bag. I said, okay, if he's going to get a book bag, then there's no news. I can see what's going on. And I'm like, I live here, so I still have to make the donuts, learn how to make the donuts, clean the donuts. Still got to do all those things, right? Unless y'all gonna send me a housekeeper and a cook, right? But I have to still manage my life, and Monday is coming soon. So I'm grateful for the time that I can spend out here because I want to know as well. I mean, you cannot go into any place and they're not talking about this. And that's in Tucson. My mother lives on the East Coast and she went somewhere and yeah, she was in a nail salon and they were talking about it. I said, did you tell them I live in Tucson? It's just, it's surreal. I'm just like, what? Okay, so let's talk about Range Rover. I'm gonna answer some questions. We have 210 people in here, 69 likes. Can we get to 100 likes? Can we get to 100 likes? Like, I just want to say thank you again to Mr. Mikey for being a moderator and moderating one of my biggest lives last night. One of my biggest lives. There was over 600 people in the live, and I'm like, wow. But it was. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Thank you to my members, the people in my membership. I appreciate you all. Thank you for being a part of the membership. Um, Shout out to the people that on February 4th had the channel hit 1 million views. Right. I appreciate you all. The new subscribers. Yes, we're following. Many people are following me for this, but this is a lifestyle channel, and you're gonna see the glow up because I have been in a state of depression. I gained 30 pounds. I kept working out, but I wasn't eating the way I was supposed to, right? Now, like I had some soup after my workout. I had some tomato based soup. Now, yes, I sauteed some spinach. I threw that in there. And yes, I did have some croutons and put them on top. And every time I have croutons, I think about the Cosby Show with Debbie Allen and her sister Felicia Rashad. And Felicia wanted to lose all this weight. And she was like, yo, you got more croutons than me. Y'all remember that episode? And then she said, you have 5, I have 5. You got 6. She said, okay, then we're gonna leave that here. She said, nobody gets it. She said, I don't know what you're talking about. So anytime I think about croutons, I'm like, you can only have 5. Right? But I'm trying to get me back, right? So you're gonna see yes, I'm following this, but you're also going to see me work out. You're going to see me cook. You're going to see um, my lifestyle and how I want to influence people to live a healthier life. Like Nancy didn't get to be 84 by her eating unhealthy and not walking. She was 5'5", 150 pounds, 84 years old. These elders out here are beasts. You hear me? Yo, these people be lifting, and I'm looking at them like they're not lifting light weights. Like, you strong as hell, your little ass, right? So I go to the gym with these people. So there is not going to be a time in my life where I'm not going to work out. Thank you so much. Let me see, who was that? Thank you so much, Mothership 1111. Thank you for the flower. I appreciate you. Um, let me see. Yeah, unless I'm going to an event, Michelle, I'm not out. No, no. And then I'm a woman. You know, men can go places and no one's going to snatch them up, and it's different. It's different. Um, I mean, they probably are snatching men up too, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? As a woman, I'm not, a man has a chance to fight back against another man. They got test as long as they have testosterone. For a female, I'll be struggling. Dude come over like, right? I'm like, that's the testosterone. So I hope it doesn't. Thank you so much, Crystal, for the floating heart. I appreciate you. Um, See, and some people lose weight. Michelle Henderson, some people lose weight when they're stressed out, right? That's not me, unless I'm sick, right? If I got a cold, and but I really don't get sick. Why? Because I put my moringa in my smoothies, and alkaline body doesn't really get sick. That's what Dr. CB told us, right? I try to eat alkaline foods. I don't get it right all the time because I went to Africa and I thought Africa was better than here, and the grass was not greener, the dirt was not better on the other side, and everything that I work towards, I can't get fish. I got to eat chicken. I haven't eaten chicken in 4 years. I hadn't smoked a cigarette in forever. Like, they got me so stressed out. I'm chain smoking. I'm like, I gotta get the hell out of this country before they kill me, right? So Africa ain't good for everybody. That it wasn't good for me. I'm not going to say Africa. I got to say specifically because it was a country. It wasn't the continent. It was a country. I didn't have that experience when I went to another country, right? When I went to the Gambia, some horrible things happened to me. When I went to Senegal, y'all, on one of my trips back to America, I was in Senegal. Stayed at this hotel. Lord of God, the mosquitoes. I didn't have even slept in the room because it had roaches. Right? Oh God. So I'm downstairs in the cafeteria. I'm taping up my suitcases. I'm not trying to take roaches back from Africa to America. I'm just like, people will connect you with people, and it's not. If I'm going to connect someone with someone, it's because I have worked with them. I'm not going to connect you with someone and this person try to screw you. It was just a hot mess. But long story short, I get back to America. I'm a little tired. I'm fatigued. It took me 36 hours to get back to the West Coast, right? And on I think it was day 10, I was like, whew, I was sitting down. I got a fever. I'm sweating. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I got a headache. And I 2 weeks, I'm just like, okay, I'm still trying to work out. I'm like, I was good in the morning. In the afternoon, I'm like, oh, I got a headache. I got the fever. I got the chills. So I spoke to someone that was in Africa, and she was like, you still sick? She texted one word, malaria. I said, God damn it, that's what it is. Holy crap, it is. Because I saw people with malaria when I was there, and I'm like, so now I go to the emergency room here in Tucson. Now, yes, I was dressed like a homeless person, right? But I had on, not, they may look like, they may have thought I looked like a homeless person, right? I dress for the emergency room. You're going to be there for a long time. It can get cold. I get cold. So, I mean, I was like 20 pounds lighter, right? So I'm like, oh man. So I had on the hospital socks. I had on my Birkenstocks. Somebody gave them to me. I don't buy them. Somebody gave, so I had those on. I rarely wear them. I had those on. I had on a long abaya. I think I had some tights on underneath. And I had on a big, heavy, oversized hoodie. So they may have thought that I looked like a homeless person, right? And they thought I was stupid. Now I came there, I had my little suitcase like a carry on because I had my laptop in there, I had my books, I was in school, I had everything I needed, right? Because I knew that I was going to be there for a long time. Now I didn't use all those things because I was like, ugh. Now they take me to isolation. They didn't tell me I was in isolation. Okay. I come out, I'm like, can I get a blanket? They don't give me a blanket. How do you, someone that is extremely tired, you put them in a room with 3 chairs? I don't get a recliner. I don't get anything. So now I'm laid across the chair sleeping. The nurse comes in. I'm like, I think I just got back into the country 2 weeks ago. I think I have malaria, right? Oh, well, it could be COVID. I said, ma'am, I took a COVID test from Walgreens and it came back negative. I know I have malaria. Well, our tests are better than Walgreens. That's what she told me. Her COVID tests are better than Walgreens. I said, ma'am, can you just check my blood? Right? I know what's wrong with me, right? She wants to be combative. I'm like, I have the right to refuse a test, right? I refuse the COVID test. It's not COVID. So she leaves. The nurse comes in. Now I go to get a blanket. I'm like, hey, can I have a blanket? Oh, a black girl that looks like me. You yelling and screaming. What? Well, you're in isolation. I said, well, if I was in isolation, sister, shouldn't someone have told me that I was in isolation? So that way I wouldn't have left. Shouldn't you bring me a blanket then? You know, I come in here, I have a fever, I have chills. Y'all just put me in this room and just left. I worked at the hospital, ma'am. This is not how you're supposed to be treating me. Right? So now the doctor comes in. She says, whatever, whatever. She was like, well, it's protocol that I think they just wanted to get COVID money. This is all the stuff that people are saying, but I'm like, I don't know. Right? I'm just telling you what happened. So the doctor comes in and she's asking, she was like, I said, it's not COVID. I took a COVID test. And she was like, well, that's the protocol. We do COVID, we do the flu, we do the blood. I said, well, I have the right to refuse a test, right? Yes. So now she's taking the stuff off. She's about to walk out the door, and she was like, "Oh, and can you treat our nurses better?" I said, hold on, no, 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 that's not. Well, I'm just no, 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 ma'am. I said, you're not going to say something and then walk out. If you want to talk, then we can have a conversation. I said, when I walked in, I used to work in the hospital, right? And I worked on the telemetry floor, so that is high stress and stroke, right? So the TIA. So when I walked in, the people that are in the emergency room, I thank them. Thank you. I don't know if someone told you this, but thank you. We appreciate you because I know it's a little crazy in here. I said, so don't tell me that I didn't treat your nurse right. Your nurse doesn't want to listen to the patient. I have a right to refuse something, right? So now she was like, okay. And then she left. So now a different nurse came to take my blood. So he was nice. He was Latino. I speak Spanish. I spoke Spanish to him. And I said, so, and I told him the scenario. And I was like, does this hospital, just real, very calm, does this hospital want me to sue them? Because this is discrimination. Like, why is she treating me like this? No one tells me anything. And then you want to yell at me because you're not doing your job? He was like, no, that is not what we want. I said, well, I'm in law school. I wasn't in law school, but they see my little my little suitcase, right? And I know enough of the law when you are treating me wrong. I know enough of that. I have sued corporations and I have never lost. I've sued people and I've never lost a case. Whether it's with a lawyer, I got to bring you the evidence. You just can't, the evidence ain't just going to fall out the sky. So now they're giving me customer service. Now they are, they brought me a chair. They brought me a blanket. Would you like some juice? Well, thank you. Why I gotta threaten to sue your ass for you to treat me like a person? I know where I live. I know what country I live in. I know I have to remind people that, hey, patients have Bill of Rights. Absolutely. I know I have to remind people like, hey, I'm a person too. You don't think so? Well, let me remind your ass about the law. That's it. And it's sad, but I know what world I live in. I'm not going to make a big deal about it. I'm going to smile. I'm going to say, I will sue this company. Is that what you want? With a smile on my face. You all are doing this. This is against the law. I am in law school, and I don't think I look like I'm a professional, but they thought I worked for CNN. I mean, I did have a CNN jacket on, but that was the only rain jacket I have. So, in the end, I'm sleeping, and she walks in, the nurse. Now, the original nurse is back. She walks in. Oh, congratulations. You know your body. You have malaria. I look at her. I said, I told you. And that was it. Now I don't know. Now she treating me nicer. Well, probably because someone told them this girl's in law school and you discriminate against her ass and she is talking about suing us. So you better go in there and fix that shit. Right? That's basically what was said in a nutshell. But it's like, you know, so I caught malaria from Senegal and I was only in that country for, I can't see what news it is. It's dark. I'm getting out. I was only in that country for 6 hours. 6 hours. So I'm like, damn, your mosquitoes are gangster as hell. I was here for 6 hours and the right female mosquito bit me. And I came home with malaria. The gestation, I think, is 10 days. It was 10 days. And then I'm like, I'm in the bed shivering. Oh my God, am I having migraines? I know I went through a lot in the Gambia, but I didn't think that I was having migraines. I had malaria. I had malaria. Um, 5 more likes and we'll get to 100. Exactly what happened to me. Nurse screaming for me to get back in the room. There was a toilet. People, we don't do just cold beer. Do a shot. Yes, I don't really drink like that. I think a shot would tear me up. Then get this, they couldn't find the medication. I took the malaria medication in Africa when I returned to the US. So my stay was extended. So even if I would have taken the medication, the malaria medication, it still would have. When I was in Gambia, it wasn't in a problem. It's when I went to Senegal, because you know I told y'all they smuggled me into Africa on motorcycles with my suitcases. I'm telling y'all, it is a damn soap opera. Who the hell gets smuggled into Africa? They smuggled me into Africa. The same people that scammed me out of 16,000, that organization smuggled me into Africa. Smuggled me into Africa. Everybody getting smuggled out, they smuggled me there. So they couldn't find a medication. I called. They not answering. Wherever they sent it to, the CVS, they never found the medication. Um, I'm calling. I'm on hold while I'm driving to this place. I can barely drive. I'm all jacked up, no energy. I'm dying, and he tells me at CVS, the guy tells me, well, they tell everyone this. We don't know when the medication is coming in. I said, what? He said, they tell us to tell everybody it'll be here in a week. Then he tells me, well, it's not severe, so you're fine. I said, sir, do you know when it goes from mild to severe? Do you know the date? Because I don't. I just know that I've been like this for 2 weeks and I'm getting weaker and weaker and I'm dying. I do know that. Thank God that God guides me to asking people questions. And I went to a pharmacy that I won't normally go to, and I asked about the medication. And I asked someone in the Gambia, what medication do they use for malaria? And we were able to. She said we have monosoxazone something, and I'm like, good, I'll take it. Then I said, oh I need a prescription. Now I got to contact the hospital again. This ninja tells me, the dude on the phone, the ER doctor, you got to come in and we got to see you again. I said, you think I'm paying y'all $100 again for these motherfuckers? I can't even. I said, so I go there, and it just so happens the person at the front desk was a female nurse, and she said, I was standing behind the doctor you called. Let me come out there and talk to you. Shout out to the people that do their job, that go the extra mile to listen. She came out there. Okay, she got the prescription, the name, the pharmacy. She called them, talked to them. They were able to send the electronic, and I was able to go and get the medication. Shout out to her, because if I didn't work in healthcare, I wouldn't have known how to do any of those things. The average person doesn't know how to do those things. But this is what society does. Healthcare just send you in circles. By that time, you're like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna pay the bill. That's what they want. I'm not paying the bill. I My mother told me a squeaky wheel gets attention. It gets attention. So, all right, now let's head out, y'all. Cold beer, please be nice. What did he say? Um, thank you. So sometimes when I'm talking, I may get a little passionate. It doesn't mean that I am angry or anything. It just means that I'm passionate about what I'm talking about. That is one of the things with Black women. When we get loud, people think that we're angry and we're aggressive. But other nations can get loud, and continental Africans, the Latin people, the Italians, they always rep that they loud and this, that, and the third, and nothing happens, right? It's, yeah, drones in the background. Nothing happens. But when a Black woman raises her voice, we are just passionate about things, right? We're not just gonna, I'm not, some ghetto people will just walk up to you and hit you. I'm not gonna walk up to you and hit you. Like, we're on the phone, I may get a little loud because I'm into the story, but it's never aggression. So I'm just telling people, the people that's watching, I don't know what nation you are, but I hope you learn something about Black culture while you're watching my channel. Okay. I'm a teacher, y'all. I'm always going to educate. I'm always going to educate. I am a teacher, you know. And it is. Barbara said, "Girl, you human." And I unfortunately some people don't realize that. That's why people are out here saying Black Lives Matter, still trying to tell people that our life matter. I will never tell anyone that my life matters because I know that my life matters, right? I don't need anyone to tell me that. And I will never say it because I'm not going to tell anyone that my life matter. I'm going to show you that my life matters. And if you threaten me or anything, then I'll see your ass in court. I'm quick to sue someone for their money because other than that, people paying attention. They just think that people are going to fuss, and that's what most humans do. They just fuss and complain, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and they don't do it. But when you sue someone and you take their money, they remember you for life, and they maybe I say maybe, in the future, they will think again before they will do that to someone else, right? Yes, thank you so much, guys, for the 100 likes. We have 104. Can we get the 115? It's 232 people in here. So let me go over these notes before I get out the car, because I feel like the internet is going to jack up as soon as I start walking to the door. So we already talked about the continued intrusions on at the crime scene, right? With the pizza delivery guy and this, that, and the third. Um, I talked to you all about the photos and who released them, right? And are they real? And I don't know about the one on the left, but like I said, the one on the right, I do feel like that could be real. It looks like the pistol or the firearm, the weapon that was in the video that was released by the FBI. It's just that no one's talking. The sheriff isn't talking. Then no one's talking, right? But we know all these things that happened last night. So it's not raining, so I don't have my CNN jacket on today. I got my DKNY jacket on, so. And I don't want them to think that I'm with CNN, like I'm repping CNN. It's just that I have it because I bought it when I went to Atlanta. They do sell CNN jackets, right? It just so happens that I was there. Greetings, Monica. Welcome to all my new people. Thank you, Nimar. Thank you so much. I'm getting ready to go out there now, but I wanted to go over a few things because I have my notes. I have my notes today. I left it home yesterday, but can y'all see this? Love, respect, worth, self, right? Yes, it shouldn't rain. I don't think it's supposed to rain, but I got my raincoat. I mean, I have my the umbrella. It didn't say it was any rain. I think it's supposed to rain next week for us. It was very nice today, nice and warm, nice and sunny. Hello, Elizabeth. Oh man, I am ripping the page. What are you doing, girl? Okay, yesterday I came out, I put up the ribbon. I still have the ribbon in the car. Yesterday I came and put up the ribbon for Nancy yesterday. I have some flowers to put up today. So let's talk about this, right? One of the reasons why I thought that the bottom right hand picture was real is they were talking about the hair. And like I said, we don't know what was in that backpack. And when someone is kidnapped, they want to change the way you look anyway. So, that have been a wig? And they were in the house for 40 minutes. So it's not so far fetched. I'm a sneakers type of girl. I don't have any cowgirl boots or anything, but I'm not going out into the side. I'm just, right now, I think it's still too cold for the snakes. Even if there are any Tucsonians in here, Tucsonians, let me know. I think it's too cold for the snakes. Um, so that's why I said I thought that the first picture was real. The picture on the right hand side, not the picture of the person in the nightgown with the woman, but the picture on the right. They were like, she has clothes on. Y'all have to remember that the FBI said that they were in there for 40 minutes. The person was in the house for 40 minutes. You think that they didn't tell her to get dressed? Put this wig on, ma'am. Right? It is reasonable. It's not that far fetched. So in the blood, in comparison, that was to the blood that was on the porch, and the DNA has confirmed that it was Nancy. Imagine they're walking out, and Nancy thinks, "Wow, this is my last time to say something. Let me scream," and he hits her. Whether it's with his hand, whether it's with the gun or whatever, but he hits her so much that her nose starts bleeding. It wasn't a lot of blood, but there was blood out there. Now, I think someone said that there was blood in the house and there was blood in the backyard. Now, if that's true, then that's something different, right? That's something different. I'm just speaking to exactly what has been said since they were out here. That's what I'm speaking to. Not since they were out here, of what the FBI has released to us based on the evidence. So that's why I say it's not. I don't think it's too far fetched that that could have happened. That the picture on the right hand side of him walking her out. We know that when people are being kidnapped, if they have a knife or a pow, they put it behind the person's back, right? Or in the side, so no one sees it. This is not that far fetched, guys. It's not that far fetched. Okay, so that was the blood in comparison to the newly released pictures on the porch that I released, right? People are saying this not real, it's not real. If you listen to the video of me talking or any of these videos, then you would know why I think the bottom right hand picture is real. But there are a lot of things that has happened that mainstream media is not telling us. We're on the ground. We're boots on the ground. I'm from Tucson, so like I said, I go to different places, and people are talking about different things. And I noticed that when I go to the gym, I go to the gym with a judge. I didn't know he was a judge. I've been spinning with his ass since I moved here. And last year I found out he was a judge. Now he acts a little funny. I guess because I know he's a judge. I mean, I was down there in regards to my case of these scammers. I feel like I didn't put this on tight enough. I did not. Look, I'm losing it. Okay, so let me try to fix this. So once I found out, I was like, yeah, I was downtown. Yeah, Anna. Yeah, Anna. I didn't know. And then he just started kind of acting funny. I was like, oh, well, damn. I mean, you a judge. I mean, what does that have to do with me? I mean, so all these other people knew you were a judge and everything was, I don't know. I don't know. So, but what I'm saying is I go to the gym and there are a lot of professional people. Happy Valentine's Day. There are a lot of professional people that are talking about this, and they know each other, even though I may not know them. Um, I'm in places where I'm hearing things. So, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say those pictures are completely um, the picture of her on the porch with the guy. Oh, that's completely wrong. I'm not going to say that because I'm not convinced. It makes sense. It makes sense. So, okay, I've discussed that already. Happy Valentine's Day to anyone that I have not said happy Valentine's Day to. If it's someone she knows, she's never coming back. Jesus Christ, I hope not. I hope not. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Thank you. I think that's it. Hippie J, Hippie J. Let's see if we can get to 150 likes. Right? We're at 126. There's 323 people in here, right? I appreciate you all. Okay. So let me dang, I'm still losing this. I'm wearing yellow in honor of Nancy. I know for Love Day we're normally wear red, but since the yellow flowers and the yellow, and I have yellow, I was like, let me go ahead and wear yellow in honor of Nancy, right? I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't think that we would have great news today, and for Valentine's Day, wouldn't that have been? This is so jacked up, y'all. I don't know what is going on with my scarf today, but she is like, girl, I'm not working with you today. All right. That's the best I could do. So, in honor of Nancy, I am going to drop off some yellow flowers, and I'm wearing my yellow for her. I'm wearing my yellow for her because I had to work out this morning. When I was stretching, I was crying. The love that is being spread for Nancy is, it's across the country, but it's also across nations. Like, people are just like, everyone wants her home. Everyone doesn't know her. If I go on KOLD 13 KOLD News, KOLD 13 News, what do they have? Nancy Guthrie. Nancy Guthrie is a tab on the website. We do believe that, like I was telling you all, that when things like this happen, it is someone that knows you. When it's a 187 murder, death, kill, it's someone that knows you. It's not like JLR said, it's 1% random. That is random, right? It's someone that knows you. And I think, I'm not saying that's family, but what I'm saying is someone that may have met her. It could have been someone that was an extension of a friend. We don't know. But I do believe that it's someone that knows her. The scary part is the longer it goes on, we know the less likely that she is still with us. And I don't even know her, but it bothers my spirit. It bothers my spirit. So sources, okay, so in regards to, and I want to talk about this before I get out the car, okay? In regards to the Range Rover that happened yesterday, the Range Rover that we saw, it was towed. The FBI was out there. They taking pictures. They had the tarp up there, so they were taking something out of the trunk. We don't know what that is. We're speculating that it was a body, this, that, and the third. We don't know. We heard that someone unalived themselves. And still not one gathering to demand the arrest of a politician. Well, what do you want, Stroll? Then we're handling this. Then why? Right? There is so much going on in this horrible world that we need to, what is it? Power Rangers activate, right? And then we just got to go different ways. Okay? Because there's too much going on. It really is. So if that's what you want and you are focused on Philip Stroll 7385, then you should gather your Power Rangers together and y'all go and demand the arrest of a politician. Because if you're talking about the Epstein files, brother, I don't think no one's going to jail for that. Okay? You better recognize what world you live in. because the people that got money never get in trouble. Okay, so, well, maybe you feel like it's a distraction. How would you feel if it was one of your family members, Philip? How would you feel? Would you want us to say, y'all need to go forget about his damn grandmother, his great grandmother, right? Forget about her. Let's go and do this. How could you be so cold hearted for someone that is 84 years old that was kidnapped? Maybe you should ask yourself that question. What is in your heart that you would come on here and say this to what? Why? This is what I don't understand with people, y'all. We are fucked up, excuse my French, as human beings. We are fucked up. Now let's move on. Sources are stating a 42-year-old man has unalived himself at Culvers here in Tucson. I wrote these notes last night, right? I wrote these notes last night. Honestly, at 84, my mother would be pissed off if I even thought about paying a ransom. She'd kill me. Do you have as much money as, are you making 8 figures? Are you making 8 figures? Philip? And maybe that's your mother. Nancy is not your mother. We can relate. I think anyone would feel that, wow. Um, wow. Who in the hell will come and steal an 84-year-old? That's where we are, Philip. So if this is no concern of yours, then that's fine. That's fine. But we're concerned. I live in this town. I'm a true crime addict. I want to know what happened. I go to the gym with these older people, right? I look at them as aunties and uncles, and we working out together. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Tim Talley said, "Why are you yelling?" I have a large, boisterous voice, so sometimes I have to say to myself, "Ah, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me drop down my voice because I feel like I'm yelling." So, well, you say the crime rate is high. From what other people are saying, they're saying the crime rate is low because I mean I've taken a case to them and they're not doing anything. So um I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Thank you for reminding me. I'm telling you, if I'm yelling at y'all, I'm all excited, be like, hey, Tay, you yelling, and I got the mic here, so I apologize. But happy Valentine's Day to everyone. So um we are 40 minutes. Some of us are an hour away from the border. So it's going to be, the media is still here. It's going to be, there is going to be certain crimes, but where Nancy lives, thank you. You said crime is down. See, Jason knows. You probably live here in Tucson. Now, we do live, it's depending on where you live, it can be 30, 45 minutes, an hour away from the border, right? So with that being said, there are going to be certain type of crimes when you are closer to the border. Um, now, um, thank you, Crystal. But sometimes I do feel like like I'm yelling at y'all. Be like, ma'am, can you calm down a little bit? You yelling. Um, well, that is. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. So, dang, I forgot what I was saying. I gotta stay on track or I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Okay, about the crime. So we are 40 hour minute 30 40 minutes to an hour away from the border. So there is going to be quite a bit of crime, right? Is the border is there. However, what I am gonna say is where Nancy lives, this is not the ghetto, right? So this was an isolated event. And when it's crimes like this, 9 times out of 10, is someone that knows you. It's someone that have seen you. They have said that they were watching the house. They've been watching her for some time. And that's what concerns me because most of the adult community, even Bundu Lee, they like, she's like, I'm by my, I live alone. I don't want to bother my children. I don't want, and it's just that's what I was looking for. I was looking for Hippie's previous comment, but I lost it. So there aren't abandoned houses here. These are $1 million homes. These are not abandoned houses. Unfortunately, we live in a desert. So it's vast land. So that's why yesterday we heard a lot of helicopters. They're looking. Um, if no money or valuables were stolen from the house, definitely someone close to the family or someone close to her. Not even a family, somebody that may know of her. It could be an extension. Like she has a caretaker, she has a housekeeper, she has a pool guy, she has a landscaper. She's not, this is a big house. She's not taking care of this house herself. So I don't want to say, I'm never going to say it's the family unless it comes out that it's the family. Because I refuse to believe that the family do this. I do know that people do this. I watch the ID channel. We watch the ID channel. We do know that families do this, and when it comes to money. But my whole thing is 14 days. I just hope that it is about money. And if it's about money and they've been watching her, then they know that she's on medication, this, that, and the third. They didn't want to take her medication because then we may know, oh, they'll keep her alive until we find. No, we already know what medication she's on. That's what I hope. I hope it's organized crime. So that way they will keep her alive. Like I said in the movie Man on Fire, a dead person is not worth any money to a business person, to a kidnapper. We kidnap you, we want money, you dead, we ain't gonna get no money. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that the drive of this is money. And that way she will still be alive. That's what I'm hoping. So let me see. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Greed does destroy, it destroys. What does they say? The love of money is the root to all evil. Some people say money is the root to all evil. No, we need money to live a better life. The love of money. You love money so much you'll kill your mama for that money. And we have seen that. So I want to talk about what happened last night before I get outside. So um Allie, don't say that because this person is a teacher. So if he is a full-time teacher, when is he her caretaker? Please, we don't want to destroy someone's name, okay? We don't want to destroy someone's name if they didn't really have something to do with it until the person is arrested. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Um, that's what, and they wanted proof of life. So it says now we saw that a Range Rover was towed from Culvers last night. The FBI was there. They had the tarp up. They pulled something from the trunk. No one has confirmed as to what it is. So we have no we have we have no idea. They have not shared anything with us. So Lynn says please stay away. YouTubers are making mockery of the investigation. So, since you want to put that out there, tell us how. How are we making a mockery? Are you mad because we out here and you're not? Please tell us how, because I mean, JLR, they just asked, CNN just asked him for an interview. And he said no for right now, but he took their card. So please, please. See, and y'all may say, why do you address this? Because if people are ignorant to come on this page, I don't know about anyone else's page, but if you are ignorant enough to come on this page and say something, I'm going to address it. So how? How have we been making a mockery of this? How? How? Okay, don't worry, I won't wait. Okay, so we saw that there are honestly the YouTubers, like I said, we're all needed. We're all needed. Freelance journalists are not the best. It says freelance journalists are the best, not legacy media, because we have. Thank you guys, because we're able to tell you all what we see. The media, the mainstream media, are not going to get online and say, well, it could have been this, oh, it could have been that, oh, this, that. We're just telling you what we see. They have restrictions. We don't really have restrictions, right? Because we don't work for anyone. Freelance journalists. I love that. So, um, yeah, I feel like the mainstream media, they can't say certain things, but we can. We can tell you we saw this, we saw that, we saw this, we saw that. We showed you what we see. Now, yes, the mainstream media, but they can't sit there and say, well, the YouTuber, they said it was they didn't delete it. It looks like it's deleted, but they probably just made it private. But um, did someone actually unalive themselves last night? Right? Wait, what did that say? Um, Say that to the local sheriff. Say that to the local sheriff. YouTubers say what it is, and what is out there, and more. Okay, so we can say things that the media can't say, because, like, with the pictures that I found, right? I'm gonna share it. People are like, that's fake. You made it. That's AI. Da, 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 da. It. I'm here and I can see. We saw the blood. Everything I saw, I just was able to put it together with my true crime mind and my understanding of law, and how KOLD News said yesterday, like, well, they got the DNA, so they did the DNA. They connected the same dots that I connected. And we're just, all of us are just out here with an opinion. And what the YouTubers can show you all what we see. So now someone said that someone was on a lie. Now, the way they were saying it was 4 people. 2 people were detained at the house. They thought it was the mother and the son, and then it was a third person who was in a Range Rover that got pulled over by the FBI, and supposedly they unalived themselves. Then they said it's a 4th person. I said, well, wait, well, who is that? So until we get an announcement or an update, I want to see where is Angelica, Alejandra. What was her name, y'all? It started with an A. I am horrible with names. It was either Angelica or Alejandra, but she is the PIO to the police and the media. So she comes out there, she tells us this is where you stand. She gives us a little bit of information. That's all I can tell you. Well, what about this? Yes, this does have to do with that's when I walked up at the right time, and Rob Kavasiak was standing there asking her the questions. I'm like, all right, that's a news truck. Okay. Um, it could have been an Airbnb, right? But evidently they were looking for someone, and they looked for someone. They did detain 2 people. I don't know is I don't know. Okay. So I do remember seeing that they had a person in the cop car. I do remember seeing that. I don't know if they have released that person yet, right? We don't know. What was there actually an unaliving last night? 7 more likes, y'all. We get to 200. It's 546 people in here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I am going to be taking. I am. I just wanted to. I didn't want to be out there talking about um the just being out there talking about the Range Rover. So I wanted to talk about that here. Bothers of people living around home, tired of the. I mean, yes, not just the YouTubers, but I mean, don't blame us, because we just sit here and mind our business, right? We just sit here and mind our business. We out here. I think that it bothers the neighbors that anyone is out here, but that's what happens. That's what happens with what's going on. Like, it's this is if this was if she lived in a gated community, then they would have more control. This is public land. This is a public road. I was watching live last night, and they were at the scene, and they were yelling. They saw a dead body. I don't. Yes, Dolly saw it, and he looked traumatized, and so did the other people in the parking lot. Now that's the thing. Now that's the thing, right? Okay, the other people in the parking lot, right? Okay. Now, why isn't the mainstream media talking about something? Now, it probably has something to do with the case, so they're not going to let it go. But why aren't they talking about that someone was found unalive. We are not making it harder for police, the FBI, to do their job. Stop lying. Stop lying. The FBI and the police are not here. Okay? So if you just sitting here, you a bot or whoever you are a liar. And unless you are on the ground, we are not. We are not. If we're making it that hard, then that means that the FBI, that means local media. I'm not as aggressive as local media. I don't even ask anyone any questions. All I do is go and be nosy, and we listen to live news. So DCCCCC 547P888521, go to sleep. Go back to sleep. Okay. So okay, now let's get back to this. So um when I arrived, they were loading the vehicle on a flatbed. That's what y'all saw, right? And others are reporting the sheriff holding up some type of Pima County Sheriff's Department holding up some type of tarp to cover other officers removing, or whoever was on the other side, whether it was FBI, whether it was the Pima County Sheriff's Department, removing something from the vehicle. Was it the body of the kidnapper? Was it the body of the kidnapper? I'm not calling the medical examiner's office. They said he shot himself, right? Um, they cleaned up that crime scene. Everything was going so quick. The only death was a car accident. A car accident at Culvers. Okay, so at Culvers, okay, so somebody said yes, he unalived himself. But what proof do we have, right? It's the only thing we have is the YouTuber that has made the video private, right? Made the video private, and but no one else has confirmed anything about unaliving. So we stand there like we waiting, like, well, this morning they ain't say nothing about did we all dream this? Like, are we all in a simulation? What's happening here? Might have pizza. You didn't bring me a slice. Okay. He was in a Range Rover. They said that they unalived himself. Now somebody said Tucson is a hot mess. Tucson has crimes just like everyone else. Tucson, I love the fact that they try to keep Tucson as natural as possible. I love that. That's one of the things that brought me here is how natural it is. We are so close to nature and things like that. That's what I love about this place. We are close to the Mexican border, so yes, there are going to be more nonsense, right? But Tucson is a beautiful place. They always try to play Tucson out on Family Guy, on all these other shows like Tucson, Arizona. I'm like, and then they always show the crystal meth people with no teeth. Yes, it's a lot of that's going on, but I'm not dealing with crystal meth. I'm not messing with drugs. I don't really drink alcohol. I go out to dance sometimes. I don't really drink in America. I'm like, oh, I got to get my life right. I got to lose this weight. I don't really drink in America. When I go to Gambia, I'm drinking, I'm smoking. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is this place? I left heaven and went to hell. That's what it is. So Tucson is beautiful. Um, some of the people are jacked up, but I live here, so I can't say the people in it, right? Because I live here and I'm not jacked up. But I mean, the crystal meth heads, yes. The guy that when I went out to around Thanksgiving, I went to go feed the homeless, and he was shoveling the sidewalk. I get out the car, got my gun in my hand, and he looking at my gun. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. But what did I see him shoveling the sidewalk? Who the hell? And he it's chilly outside. He has no shirt on. He has on shorts. Now that is a situation where you need to walk away, because I'm like, I looked at him. I said, all I can picture is this ninja running after me. Let me get my ass back in the car, right? I drove, went around the corner, saw two Pima County Sheriff SUVs. The lights were on. I was like, okay, this is better, right? That's what I did. So there are definitely drug addicts. This fentanyl, you see people linked over. I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life. They linked over. I'm like, how? They ain't falling? That's that lean. That's that fold. I don't mess with that. So don't mess with that. I just enjoy the beauty of Tucson. That's what I do. Okay, so now Was that the body of the kidnapper? So if this person really unalived themselves, then this person knew that, hey, eventually they're gonna come and get me. So this person has the pow pow in the car with them. The FBI pulls them over and they like, oh my God, bam, let me unalive myself. I'm done. Well, where's Nancy? Right? Because if this was the kidnapper that killed himself in the vehicle, in the Range Rover, then those people at the house, because it was both, right? Is that my guy? No. It was both, right? The investigation was running parallel. They were SWAT, and then the FBI must have been following him. And then I'm gonna go get something to eat. Like, this woman ain't missing the F. So he must have knew that it was coming down, and they were closing in. If that is true, and someone unalived themselves, then that means they were watching them, so they were getting close. But then if that person was in the Range Rover and they had to do with the kidnapping and they unalived themselves, then of course they're not going to release a statement, because it's like everybody's saying, then where the fuck is Nancy? Sorry. Where's Nancy? Where's Nancy? So the two people in the house, hold on. If it were two cases running parallel, and then they got the Range Rover, then the people at the house, they better still be detained, and they better be asked, where the is Nancy? Slap. Where's Nancy? Slap. They can't do all the slappings. That's me in my reenactment, right? Because in my mind I got trauma, and when I question the people that stole my money, that 16,000, I want to ask them a question and I want to slap them, and I want to ask them another question and I want to slap them, but I can't do that, right? I'm getting hot because I'm like, I'm going 16,000. Y'all know how much 16,000 is? A black person that look like you invest in a business and they take your 16,000. I have PTS motherfucking D. Okay, I do, and I gotta breathe it out sometimes. Because not only did they take my money, then they defame my name, my character, my foundation. They just said, oh, she out here paying people for sex. I was 30 pounds lighter. These ninjas was acting like I look like Beyonce. No, but I can't say the same thing about him, because he's marrying this one, that one. Muslims can have 4 wives. He's American. He's not a Muslim, right? Out there with this wife, that wife, that wife, that wife. But you got to pay a bride price. So you actually did pay for these women. Jesus Christ. Y'all, it's a book. It's going to be on the New York bestsellers list in the Gambia. It's a hot ass mess. So where is Nancy? Sorry guys, I told you I got PTSD, so I go off sometimes. But it's like, okay, slap, where's Nancy? It connects. It connects. If the Range Rover situation came from 6215 Camino de Michelle or Michael or whatever, that address that I just went to, if that Range Rover came from there and these cases were parallel, then those people better still be questioned, because we still want to know where Nancy is, because evidently Nancy wasn't at the house. This is why I woke up with so much dread this morning when I heard JLR and he's like, oh, they done botched another one. And I'm like, wait, I wrote these notes last night. I just wasn't in the right mind. I needed to go to sleep. Is that a bug? Oh, Jesus. I'm a city girl. I just don't understand. Okay, so that's the main question. Where's Nancy? If Nancy was not in this house, if they running behind tips, now they said that these were the tips. If they went to this house and did SWAT based off tips, now, okay, maybe now they're going to follow the DNA. The FBI agent was very hesitant about taking pictures of the rover. The black dude, y'all saw that, right? Okay, so Mr. Mikey says the police would never have covered the front seat in a yellow cloth had there not been a body there. I believe that. Prayers for Nancy. That's what we're here for. They're called javelinas, and yes, they are dangerous. Harold Harper. Yes, they are. And if they got babies with them, you better go the other way. I don't mess with them. There's a video. I have a short, and I'm like, get from through here. What y'all? I sound like I was from the West Coast. I don't know what happened, but they were just coming through the parking, not the parking lot. They were coming through where we walk to get to our apartments, and they'll come down into the towns to get water by the garbage cans. I don't mess with them because they fast and they'll mess it. They'll break their bust your shins. So that's the thing. Someone said, the neighborhood said there's a bunch of old houses that some neighbors leave during the winter time. So probably an old house in the neighborhood. Okay, so these houses are not old, Katie, but there are people that are called snowbirds. 7 more likes, y'all. Here, let's hit the 250. Let's hit 250 likes, right? I never have a goal, but y'all be hitting them likes. So let's 7 more and we'll hit 250 likes. So it's not that they're old houses. They are homes where people only come here during the summer. They're called snowbirds. The other night I was talking to a woman, the other evening. She's 81 years old. She was walking. She looks great. Okay. She said she cried a couple times. She doesn't live. She's a snowbird. But those homes are empty. But it's not like they're empty and nobody's. They have housekeepers that come and fix and clean the homes and stuff like that. So it's not like, oh, I can just go and stay and be a squatter. Not in this neighborhood. There's somebody that's like, y'all see that person? Text message. The only thing is if someone looks like that, they're not going to be as on guard. And I think that that's what happened in this situation, in my opinion. So someone said, I hope that they didn't take her out the state. The fact that they did this, they executed this search warrant and it was right 5 minutes away. Like JLR was saying, the investigators were checking the traffic signals, the traffic lights and the cameras and stuff like that. Where I drove from, you all, there were no regular traffic lights. So you were still in the neighborhood. I don't. It's like, where is this woman? Where is she? What did they do with her? What the fuck? She's 84. Did people? I just, you know what? Whoever did this, may they never sleep at night. May she's still alive and she's still haunting him. Right? They said she was strong, had a strong personality. I hope she's sitting there like, take me the fuck home. Take me home. They're gonna get your ass. Take me home. You want the money? My family will pay. Why don't you just say I'm alive? Let me say hey, because they're probably scared it's gonna be cracked. But it's like, may she be. I just hope that they're keeping her alive. I just hope that she's still alive. That's what I hope. Because if not, these people that live in this neighborhood, they're going to be always scared, but you should lock your doors. You know, Marla said, we don't lock our doors. Lock your mother effing doors. This is why doors have locks. Lock your fucking doors, white people. Lock your doors. This is a cultural thing. No, I'm not. I'm not going to say that because my cousin girlfriend is black and the door was just locked to open. But they said that they left it open because somebody was coming, but the door was locked. I don't know. I lock my doors. Lock your doors, people. Because someone that looks like you may come in and unalive you. Lock yours. Lock your doors. The doors don't have locks just because for decoration. Lock your doors. Okay? Lock your doors. Wow, 700 people in here. Get the 300 likes. Doors. I'm hoping that they got the meds too. Katie said that tonight Savannah quit the Today Show. I mean, she probably would have to, right? Yeah, I got my pal right in the back seat. Um, I mean, quit, resign. Hopefully she'll be back. But you can't do. I'm originally from Detroit. We lock everything. Okay, Barbara? All right, wait, that's another sheriff. Well, let's get out this car and see what's going on. Okay. Okay. I do. Okay, so I'm getting out, y'all. Y'all remember that they were saying that I was saying that the kidnapper is not young, right? I kept saying that, like that the kidnapper is not young. So if the person that unalived himself is 42, then that connects, right? Okay, I think they didn't change. I only been on this live for some time. They didn't change drivers again. What is this? 30 minutes on, 30 minutes off. Where are these? Okay, so let's go out here. I'm gonna take my little notebook so I can finish my notes. I need to I need to cover up. Thank you guys. We did hit 300 likes. Look at that. Let's go because I don't know. Oh wait, they backing up. Let's go see what's going on. Yep, he taking his. Ouch. So he's backing up. It looks like he's backing up into. They're backing up into the backyard. So let's see what's going on. And holy crap, stick is cold. This Jesus help me, Lord. I can't believe it's this damn cold out here and I got on shorts. What in the hell was I thinking? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Hopefully we still have some internet. There's some people out here. I just don't know how many people are out here. I feel like I need some more warmth because I'm a little chilly cold. I am cold, cold. Yes, it's freezing for me. Y'all know I'm not built like this. And it'll be nice and warm in the daytime, and then it'll be freezing cold at night. And he just looked at me as I'm walking past, just the all right, okay, let me see. Okay. Well, Yvette, um, I am Black in America, but I can tell you, I don't, where I live in Tucson, the issues that I have are with my Black people, boo. And I got my banger with me. I don't know about you, but I have my banger with me. I never leave home without her. Okay, so we have KOL, new Black girl that is uh, um, um, an influencer that has been out here. I could tell you that. And I get love out here, boo. But thank you for that. I will. I got my gun. So let me show you all. They put new things out here. They put some new candles. They lit the candles. Um, they have some roses. These are so beautiful. These are so beautiful. I have on my yellow. Let me take my hood off. I have on my yellow um, specifically for. Oh, y'all probably can't hear me. I think I covered up my mic. Oh man. Okay. Jesus, I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold. Does Arizona have concealed carry laws? Hey, we can just no. I mean they do, but we don't you can go and get a concealed carrier permit, but you don't have to. So we have way more flowers out here today, guys. Right? Hi. They have way more flowers out here. It is freezing. I am so cold. Now, oh, see, I don't feel bad. Somebody has fake flowers. Are these fake or real? I can't tell. Well, that's a good thing. You can't tell. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I have fake flowers, guys. I have fake flowers, but I don't care because I just wanted to put mine up here. All right. So let me put my book up here. I have- Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. I have it between my legs. So sorry. Okay. Let me get myself together because I think I'm about to drop everything and I don't want that to happen. So let's do this. Right? There we go. Oh, now you want to sit right today. Thank you. Okay. Now, okay. Now let me get this in there with songs. Okay. So I think it went out. Oh, let me see. What did Loretta say? Birdie asked a question. I'm not going to answer. What was your question, Birdie? What is the temperature out here? Let me see. Oh God, I'm freezing. I can say freezing. Oh, it's 60. It's 57 degrees. Oh my gosh. And I know y'all gonna laugh at me like that is not freezing, girl. But for me, it's freezing. So, are you playing a recording? This has already been said by you. No, I am just recapping. No, this is live. This I think this makes everyone cry. No race, no color or creed is safe in America today. Everyone take precaution and stay safe. Little Miss Me. No one is going to drag an elderly woman to Mexico. They will find her. Oh God, I hope not. God, I hope not. I hope not. So Frank. Okay, okay. So let me see. I have mittens in my pocket. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Thank you for asking. So it says, "Hi, I'm Loretta using Frank's account with his permission. I understand you say it's beautiful in Tucson, but the area Nancy lived in is so dark. That is a good place for criminals." So, okay, yes and no, right? I say, yeah, these are so beautiful. I say yes because it's dark. Yes. A good place for criminals? No. If you have ever been in an affluent neighborhood and you may look like me, right? Just in case y'all didn't know, let me show you. As a black girl. So there are going to be some phone calls, right? There will be some phone calls. There will be some, hey, you see this person? Da, da, da. You know what I mean? Now, if someone doesn't look like me, then yes, it is a great place for criminals. Because if no one in their right mind is going to come all the way up here to start, um, to unless they have a reason. They're like, oh, I come here for a nefarious reason, right? So the police has backed up there now. So unless they are here for a nefarious reason, no one is going to come into this dark neighborhood and just start messing with people. First of all, I would be too afraid that the javelin is going to come out, the coyotes. That's what I would be afraid of. That's what I would be afraid of. Excuse me. Um, I I said that, Keith. I said that based on the pictures that people were saying. Oh, those pictures are fake. Blah blah blah. I don't know if they're real or fake, but the one on the right hand side with the person walking with the gun in her back, that looks real. And they're like, well, that's not the way her hair is. We don't know what somebody's hair looks like in the middle of the night. I know when I go to sleep and I don't put my bonnet on, I got some big bed hair. But what if they gave her a wig, right, to disguise her? I do think that they walked her out of here. Yeah, coyotes won't mess with you. But what I'm saying is, this is not Lucky. Okay. And she's going by the same house that had the raid. Watch. This is not the same house that has the raid, Lucky. I'm calling on you, Lucky. Since you're saying that this is a recording, Lucky Charm 3121. Get out of the rainbow. I am live. And this is not the house of the raid. In the beginning of this video, I did go to the house that the raid was at. But now I am at Nancy Guthrie's home. Did you not just see me show you the memorial? The address. Do you see the address, Lucky? Let me break it down for you, okay? Because they keep telling you, but you're like, now. 4 more likes, we'll be at 350. 5820 is her address. Okay, Lucky. So this is live. I am live. And I was saying, like, I would be afraid of the animals more than when I'm at night. I'm like, oh, wait, what's going on? I'm looking down because I'm nervous. I'm like, I'm nervous. So let me see. So I have my scarf on my head, but y'all, my scarf is wailing for respect. Let me just show you. My scarf is wailing for respect. Okay. And if you don't know, that's probably like a Jersey thing, a Northeast thing. It is wailing for respect, right? It is bugging. So it's not supposed to be back this far. Okay. At all. It's not supposed to be back that far. It's all the way back that far, and I'm just like, okay, I didn't try to fix it in the car, and it just wants to do what it wants to do today. It's like I look cute yesterday. I'm not working with you today. I don't know, but I have on. You see the internet wild out real quick, right? It did. It wilded out real quick. Nancy doesn't look like me, but it doesn't matter. This is not about race, color, or religion. This is about a human being that was taken from her home. That's what this is about. And everyone wanting her to be brought home to safety. That's what this is about. In case people didn't know, that's what this is about. So sorry, guys. I was in front of the house. I was in front of the house. So we have KOLD News. I don't know exactly what media is here, but we have KOLD News. We have this vehicle. We have that vehicle. We have that vehicle. We have that vehicle, and then we have the light vehicle, and then my car is behind the last one, right? And then I don't know what the internet is going to be like, but let oh man, let's um let's walk. Let's see what the internet. But I am going to finish up these notes, okay? As we're talking. So Jessica, we don't know, right? But well, okay. So we do know there was blood on the porch, and it was confirmed to be hers. So we do know that she was here. We do know that she was here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Travel with Tay Tay. Live and on location in front of Nancy Guthrie's home. The sheriff's department is over there. It's a little chilly out here. It's 57 degrees. Um, there is still media out here. Ooh, 666. There is still media out here. But let's see. Let's go over here and see what's going on. I think that's Brian. I think that's Brian, guys. Will be a very critical tool for law enforcement moving forward because this is a tight knit community that Nancy has lived in for decades. So people know her and they want her found. So they're willing to help, and I think they're on the lookout. That stood out to me. Even though things are set back and spread out, people are keenly aware of what's going on every day, every night. They're quiet in the shadows right now, Natasha. They will talk about Nancy, but out of respect for the family, I think they're just sort of waiting in the wings. But when we talked to a friend of hers who was a colleague and a friend when she worked at the University of Arizona, she's watching the coverage every single day, and she remembers her time working with Nancy so fondly. She said she was quick as a whip. She was very smart. She was witty. She was engaged. She was an integral part of the journalism program at the University of Arizona, and she described her as one of those quiet leaders who pulls all the strings behind the scenes. And because of her wealth of knowledge of Tucson, she was a resource for those at the university. But she also talked about the thing that we were, she was unwavering in her faith. She was a great friend, and she was devoted to her family. And her friends right now are watching every single day play out, and they are hurting. I think just the question that so many people have are, do authorities know something behind the scenes? Are they using it on someone or something? And or is this case going cold? And I hate to even say that. I hope that's not the case. But we've seen a lot of moving parts that don't necessarily seem to tie together. Like when we went to Rio Rico earlier, right near the Mexico border, and but then let him go, and he immediately did interviews. But I have nothing to do with the case. I don't even know who Nancy Guthrie is, and I wasn't even in Tucson during that time.
And then with the raid last night, we're just gonna have to wait and see, Natasha, if anything comes of it. We know that there are no arrests. We know the sheriff says they didn't find Nancy, obviously, which is what everyone was hoping last night. So what stands out to me is, I guess, the uncertainty and just not knowing if they're making progress in the investigation or if things are sort of like.
Brian Enton. All right, guys. So yes, that was Brian Enton. He was live on News Nation. So is so I'm gonna tell you. Let me walk away so I can say what I need to say. So what I noticed is Brian would up the door's still open though. Why the hell is the door yo, I could see inside. Like there's like a light there. Why is the door open? Why is the door still open, y'all? Can someone please tell me that? Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in. So this is my thing. Um, so the video, he had the gun on her. He had a gun in the FBI released a video of him having a gun in his waistband, but the pictures that I found on that website show that she was fully dressed. You know, she may or may not have had a wig on, and the gun was in the back of her. That's why I said like when they were talking about the blood that was on the porch. Now, someone said that they said that that wasn't the blood. I could have swore that they confirmed and said that the blood on the porch was Nancy's. I could have swore that I read that. Now, that's why I said if the blood on the porch was actually hers and they're walking out and she realized, oh my God, this man is about to take me, and she screams and he hits her and her nose starts bleeding there, then that makes sense, right? I would feel like that makes sense. But the door's open. The door is still open. The door was open when I came here yesterday. I don't understand. I'm so confused. I am so confused. There are 1,000 people in here. Can we get 28 likes to get us to 400? Shout out to you all. This is the first time there's been 1,000 people in my live. Thank you so much for joining. So I see Brian. Brian uploads his videos because the internet is really trippy out here. So it seems like Brian uploads his videos, but News Nation is a huge place, right? It's a huge media. And they have these huge media outlets, they have way more than what we have, than a regular YouTuber. And I'm not a regular YouTuber, right? They said Brian got, and with this week alone, he got over 100,000 followers, right? So and they're out here way longer than I am. This is their job. This is what they do. This is not my job, but this is what I'm out here doing, right? So it makes sense that when people are saying, well, Brian is not live, Brian goes live on News Nation because News Nation has a whole setup. I have not seen, let's go back over there. I have not seen too many of the media outlets that has the teleprompter. News Nation is one of the only ones. Y'all see the teleprompter? Right there. So News Nation is one of the only ones I have not seen. The local ones, they either memorize or they have their phone or they have a tablet. I have not seen any major news networks out here that has the teleprompter. I don't even think when we were watching Trace from Fox, I don't even think he had a teleprompter, right? So it's smart for him to use them and work with them to be live because I mean that's not only building his channel, right? Let's think about this. Everyone's trying to build their business at the same time, and they're intrigued. But not only it builds his channel, but it also he doesn't have to look like me out here when I was out here in the daytime and I had choppy internet, right? And they're like, girl, somebody said, girl, you got a flip phone. I said, oh, they done tore my ass up. They said I had a flip phone. But it's because I realized that it's better for me to come out here at night because it's less media. And now I'm the cleanup crew, right? If I come out here about 6:30, unless if it's breaking news, then yes, plenty of people are going to be out here, right? But about 6:30, if I'm out here till about 8:30, 9 o'clock, then I'm catching the 11 o'clock news. But I feel like misinformed. Why don't you come out here and hold the camera for me? It's cold out here. My little fingertips freezing. I'm doing my best, okay? I'm doing my best. It's cold out here. But thanks for tuning in. Okay, so let me try to do this. I'm sorry, I'm shaking because I'm cold. I don't know if you know, but the desert is very cold at night. Very, 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 very. It gets very cold at night. Okay, so I'm gonna sit the camera down and then it'll be steady. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. I'm so sorry. Okay, how can they possibly get wrong on whether the blood was here or not? That would be complete incompetence or intentional. Yes, that is news in front of me. I was just eavesdropping. Girl, Barbara, you funny. You are funny. Um, yeah, he is. That's Brian, and he's bringing. It's good. He is bringing the news live to through News Nation. So everybody is moving on up. I do not see um I do not see JLR, but JLR was here all morning, right? I don't even think like I saw him at Culvers, and then I think he went back to um where SWAT was, and I was like, look, I gotta go home and get some sleep. Tay gotta go get her beauty rest. So yes, the door looks open. Okay, yes. So JLR, it's good that he did leave. I think he was live for like 8-10 hours. He went to Walmart to go and pick up what you call it, uh uh a backpack. He went to Walmart to go pick up the backpack to show you all the backpack. So when I saw him do that, I'm like, okay, we don't have any updated news. There's no updated news. So that's good. He went home. He needed some rest. I think he was up all night. He was up all night. But it's funny, guys, because like I told you, we may be just YouTubers, but I'm just a YouTuber, but I can tell you true crime. And what did I tell you all? I was like, that backpack is the only thing that is standing out. I kept saying that, right? That backpack is standing out. They're going to be watching, and looking for to find out what type of backpack that is. And that's exactly what happened. They found out it was a Ozark, it's Walmart. But like I said, if anyone goes to Walmart, if you stupid to go to Walmart, because Walmart, like I said, Walmart does not spend any money on tap and pay. You cannot use tap and pay at Walmart. But what they do spend money on is their security cameras. So anytime I see somebody, they like, oh, they went to Walmart. Oh, we headed back over. Hold on. I think they're talking to Brian again. I was trying to fix my scarf, you all. Okay, so I think they back out to Brian. So oh, that's better. My scarf is so much better. It's much tighter. All right, look at that, guys. We have 423. Let's try to get to 450 likes. I love how y'all just tap and tap and tap, and it's 765 people in here. His door is not open. Both doors are locked. That door looks open. What are you talking about? Elevate your existence. That door is open. I don't know what you're talking about. That door it looks ajar to me. It's glass panels. No, no. We're not crazy. That door looks open. Unless that door is on an angle, that door looks open. I can look and see a light. You know, I know what I see here. You can say what you want. I'm boots on the ground. You can say what you want, okay? You want me to zoom in? Let me see. It's kind of on an angle. Let me see. Let's turn this way and let me zoom in for you. Because I think you need some glasses. Let's see. All right. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and while we're looking at that, let me just finish what I was you looked at it all week. It is closed. I don't know. I'm standing here. Are you SJ? Let me see. You been on the boots on the ground or have you just been looking at it through the TV? Okay, so let me see. I said the kidnapper wasn't young. I'm in my 40s, so I don't move as swift as the youngins. It's crazy how so much information comes out, but it just adds to more questions than answers. But the question we keep returning to is, where's Nancy? Do you all think the family was in on I was asking that. Do you think the family was in one of the FBI police vehicles? I think somebody reported that. Would the family be brought to a crime scene? But to stay thinking positive, maybe the family was needed to bring her out of the house. That was the last thing I wrote last night. But let me head up back over there and see what they're talking about because I want to see if they say anything about the Range Rover. Thank you so much for the super chat.
It's also because she's an older woman. She's 84 years old and she has health challenges. I think a lot of us land back on who would do this in the middle of the night to a grandmother who's sick and not able to walk more than 50 yards. And just,
Wow.
I think we all have a hard time wrapping our minds around the evilness that it would like this. But I will say to Brian's point, there is a lot of evidence in this case that we do know. I mean, from the blood on the front porch to the suspect the on the Nest camera, to everything they have from the gloves to the backpack to the height. We have a lot more in this case than we have in a lot of other missing cases that I cover, and I see that as a good sign for law enforcement that they can chase down these leads because we oftentimes go a lot further down the road and don't have half of what we have in the Nancy Guthrie case. And I also think the attention is really good. The public is key here, putting out the suspect, getting people on watch. The billboards are up. That is all good, and they can use that to their advantage as they put pressure on the suspect. Oh, yeah. What's the name of our hotel again?
All right, so I think they're going home. Thank you, Kaylin. Kale, Kaylee Penrose for the floating heart. Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. She said, get yourself a hot coffee and a turkey burger on your way home. Appreciate you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Okay, so Brian is leaving. I'm too afraid to talk to him. Look at this. Now, but it's all jacked up, right? All right, so I think he's probably going home. So Brian has been updating. Hello, Mr. N10. How you doing? I've been following you. Yes. So I see you're not as live. You're live on News Nation,
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I do my News Nation. Yeah.
Yes. If people are saying, "Is that Brian?"
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. We appreciate everything you're
Yeah,
doing and
nice to be
keeping
on
us
here.
informed. Thank you. All right, guys. These men are handsome and they got beautiful white teeth. I need to start whitening mine. So, yes, so as you all heard it, he was saying that he is live on News Nation, right? And it makes sense because he's here in the daytime. And if he is here in the daytime and he is YouTubing, he needs to piggyback off of a huge network. So it's smart. It's smart. I'm too nervous, guys. He is. Wait. I wait. And Jana Land said, and such great hair. He does have good hair, right? He
Talking
does.
about my hair.
She doesn't say he had great hair. They loving on you, Brian. Oh man. Yes, it's funny. He was walking past me. He was like, "Are they talking about me?" Yes. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you, MJ. MJ said, Tay, so thankful and glad to be watching this. You are dedicated, down to earth, give your opinions and confidence. Freeze your tush off and stay involved for us. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you all. You all are the real MVPs because I could be out here just out here and, you're all like, nobody can be watching, but I appreciate you all. um, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. So you all said that he would talk to me. And I do see that a lot of people here would talk to me. But what I would have to do is I would have to get my questions together. I just can't just ask questions off the bat. So I do great with public speaking. Um, if I have notes and things like that. So, oh, I think he's recording. So this is what he does. He records while he's out here, and then when he gets to where he has better internet, he will go ahead and upload it. So,
Share that with you. And just reply as I can help.
mhm.
We got this house. One of our FBI.
So he's smart. He's smart. He's recording because he's out here in the daytime, and the internet is not, if you're not with a big network, your internet is going to be trash. That's just what it is. So it's smart that he is with News Nation, and they were always right there in the corner. And I met a few people. One of the guys that said he was from New Jersey. I was like, I met from the East Coast. I was like, how do you like Arizona? How do you like? He said, it's 32 degrees where I come from. You know, I'm loving it. 28 more likes. It's 632 people in here. 28 more likes. Let's get to 500 likes. Let's get to 500 likes. I'm gonna recap, and then I'm probably gonna go. Um, tell tell him Barbara wants a date. Did Miss Barbara say she wanted a date? Y'all are so funny. Ask him if he has dinner plans. We can go out for that turkey burger. It's so funny. Oh my God, you all are so funny. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get to 500 likes. Thank you so much, guys. It's pitch black in Arizona right now. This live is a recording. You see, this is how stupid Lucky Charms is. I think he didn't have one too many damn Lucky Charms. So let's go ahead and just put you in timeout. Okay. Now, if this was a recording, say she's doing this for money. I am out here. If people want to donate to me, I appreciate it. But I am out here bringing you all the. Then my ass will not have been able to put you in time. Okay. Thank you kindly. You all, we done got 500 likes. Tom's River, what up? South Jersey, what is that called? Ocean County is in the house. What up, Amanda? Um, And I don't, I don't. I appreciate you all. My thing is I'm gonna be out here. I live close enough. I'm be out here. I'm gonna bring you all the story that of what I see, what I hear on the ground. And oh, I did those. I can elevate your existence 8979. I cannot. Those are some huge boots to fill. But I noticed that if I come at night, my internet is better. Oh wait, is somebody? Okay, let's go. Hold on. Hold on, Cletus. Okay. I noticed that if I come at night, I have better internet. So I think he's probably, let me get out the way. All right. So I'm always side hustling, right? Okay. Oh, Monmouth County in the house. Monmouth County in the house. Monmouth. Yo, I am not the hell that I live in one of the most expensive counties. Monmouth County. I'm a black girl, and John Bon Jovi has a house in Monmouth County. So you know that money is not adding up. That math is not mathing. Around Tucson to get where I need to go. But I'm not too far. I saw that Buick. Okay. See, they say Florida. They got a nice Buick. Talk about pretzel bites. I know they're hungry. I should make food and bring it out here for them. If I was rich, that's what I would do. I know they don't want to eat trash. I saw somebody from CNN eating Popeyes. I'm like, oh, you want some real food, don't you? Yeah, I saw the guy from CNN. He was eating Popeyes. I'm like, now, if I would have bought you some of my stir fry, he would have been happy with that, right? Make sure they eat healthy. A lot of times, you're on the road. A lot of people just eat horrible. They just eat horrible. Y'all are funny. Um, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Barbara. I appreciate you. Um, New on your channel, sis. No one else is on. Has anything taken place today? I was on here and there, but not enough to see anything. Thank you so much. For welcome to Travel with Tay Tay. It's not the phone, Tank. I have a nice phone. So when I called to ask about the hotspot, right? They were like, I was like, I have a Google Pixel. He said, I do too. I said, somebody said I got a flip phone. She needs to get rid of the flip phone. I really do think it's the internet. I think it's the internet. Things clearly, but you Tank's wife. That's funny. Oh, thank you, Horace. Horace with no name, 1993. Thank you. Lucky is truly a troll. I'm from Jersey, but I've been living out here for 10 years. I love Arizona. Arizona, I love Tucson specifically because Tucson reminds me, oh, this is perfect. See, they have the light, and now I have light. Look at that. God said, let there we'll be at 530 likes. Um, Arizona, Tucson reminds me of Africa. So I'm happy about that. What time is it? Oh, it's only 8:32. It's still early. Thank you, God. Um, so some people say that and Ho. Yeah, from the UK. Yeah, how are you? Um, so it seems like it may seem like to a lot of us that the case is going anywhere. They're not going to give us. This is messed up that my internet is tripping over here. And when I was over there in front of the Maybe I should go back here over there in front of the let's go back here in front of the house. Can I go? Thank you. I want to go back over here where I have good internet. Now, when I called the people, oh, that's what I need to do. Y'all, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me see. They did tell me that I can connect to my hotspot. So let me see. Let me see if they have a hotspot. If someone has the same, let me. All right. So sorry guys. What I wanted to do was I wanted to go to the hotspots to see. They told me the type of internet that I have at home, if there's a hotspot, then I can go ahead and sign onto the hotspot. So I did see it, but it was only one bar. So I don't think it was worth it. I have 3 bars. This is 5G, right? I really don't know about technology. I don't. Um, but I know when I went that way, the internet was like, no, no, no. Calisthenics life. Welcome, brother. Say proud of your hard work. These numbers don't lie. I appreciate you. I'm out here, but it's you all. It's you all that's watching. I'm greatly appreciate you. They said that they got to get me a new phone because they said my phone is trash. Somebody said I got a flip phone. I got a Google Pixel. But the internet is wilding for respect out here. It really is. But it's not that much. It's not that many. It's not that much media out here. Let me. That's KOLD News. The house is still here. So someone said that they think that the case is not going anywhere. I feel like the case is going somewhere. Greetings from England. Greetings from Arizona. Thank you for watching from England. One of my best friends live in the UK. 9 more likes and we'll be at 550, y'all. Let's chase them likes. I appreciate you all. So upstate New York is 28 degrees. Lord, I want to send you some light. Let's send you some warmth. We're sending you some warmth from here to New York. Let's send it. God, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. That's why I know I had to leave the East Coast. It's too cold. I'm not built for that anymore. But shout out to Calisthenics Life that be out there in the cold doing pull-ups, doing burpees. He be out there killing it, bro. I want to be like you when I grow up. I want to be like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is an international story. This has crossed the pond in England to England. You know, there are people from everywhere watching because I feel like everyone can relate. This who's like the woman was saying tonight on News Nation, like who takes someone that is 84 years old? But people are wicked. And this is why I bring you all true crimes on Friday nights through Friday Night Frights on my channel, because people are absolutely wicked and we just don't know. Now, they said 9 times out of 10, 90%, 99% of the time is 1% that there is a stranger to stranger crime. 9 times out of 10, 99% of the time, it is done by someone that knows you. I feel like that someone knew Nancy or knew of Nancy and took advantage of the situation. Thank you y'all for clicking likes, tapping the screen. We got to 550. Yes, John Bon Jovi has a house in I think it's Rumson, New Jersey. I love Tucson, y'all. So the spirit of you designs. You said, oh, hey Tesla, if you ever need someone to car sit, I will do that for you. You said any tips on going live? Let me be true to yourself. That's it. Be true to yourself, be true to what you like, and there will be an audience. It takes time, but keep coming, keep doing it, right? Keep doing it, and don't get discouraged when people come to your live and they insult you, because that's what people do sometimes. Wait, I think somebody's going live over here. Let's see. Okay, so Utah. Great. I always wanted to go to Utah. It is beautiful. The mountains up there, you all. Wow, everybody went home. There's no one there. They know how to save me. That's true. Ah, the UK is in the yes. I do live in Arizona. I do live here. I live right here in Tucson. Um, he should be asleep. Jay should be asleep because he did an amazing job for us today because he never went to sleep, y'all. He was just up. He never went to sleep. But for me, I know I need sleep. And then the way things were for me when I woke up this morning, I woke up at 7:30. Um, I woke up at 7:30. I planned to work out with Grow with Joe, with her live. And then I looked at some light. They botched it again. This and I was like, what? So I was just a little jacked up. I don't know if they're taking stuff down. I was a little messed up. So I knew when I'm a little not a little messed up, that I need to work out. But I work out anyway, right? I work out anyway. Saturday mornings I work out. So this morning I was like, the way I was feeling, I was like, I'm not going out there just to sit out there, because if JLR he's up, he's saying nothing, 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 nothing. I'm like, then let me go ahead and do what I need to do, and then I will come out there later on. And I needed to work out. I needed to work out because this being out here is more to it than just following a story. It messes with me because I'm like, when I was stretching, I had to close my eyes. I was about to start crying because I'm like, I cannot believe that somebody did this to this woman. And they are going to have the life that they deserve. You get it? They're going to have the life that they deserve. 39 more likes, y'all, and we will be at 600 likes, right? Let me see what's going on. So I'm wearing yellow. Queens, New York, New York's in the house. Yeah, Brooklyn in the house. Uptown in the house. So, calisthenics life. I have an auntie that lives in Queens. And what is going on with this tent? When she comes back from Africa, look at this tent, y'all. Is it me or this? I swear this phone is straight. This tent has got the gangster lean. This tent got the gangster lean. What in the hell's going on here? Um, Upstate. Oh man, y'all need some warmth. Y'all need some warmth. Um, uh, so thank you for that. No, they don't have any street lights here. Thank you for that calisthenics life for checking Sam Lamb. I'm just like people, and if they keep saying something, then we just. One thing I will say about my channel, y'all, harass and stalk for 4 years. Well, it was 2021, so for 5 years. And yes, I want to come when she comes back, my auntie. But I do not take nonsense on my page. If someone comes and they come here and they want to be nasty and ignorant, I'm going to expose them in public and I'm going to move on. And I just put them on timeout because evidently that they acting like a child, so they need a timeout. You know. So do they say that about the people that are out here that the media, are they mentally deranged? People just I think people are just I think they are people are mentally deranged. People are mental, and they will want you to be miserable with them. And y'all know I'm going to tell you, we don't want that misery. Life is hard enough. Look at the story that we are following. Look at the story we're following, where someone was wicked enough to come and take an 84-year-old woman. So when people get stupid on here, I let them ride for a little bit, and then what do? Put you in timeout because they're miserable, and misery loves company. They want you in the same boat as them. So when calisthenics life, when Auntie comes back, it's cold, so she's in Africa. And when Auntie comes back to Queens, I told her I'm going to come and I'm going to work out with you. I'm probably going to be crying. We happy and positive, and we pray for Nancy's return. Amen. Amen. Let me turn this around. I have on my gloves, y'all. There we go. Uh-oh. I didn't tell you to open up the camera. I didn't tell them to open up the camera. The phone was like, you can't open up the camera. I'm like, I'm not trying to open up the camera. Um, it's unfortunate with what has happened, and we're just, I don't know, it's scary because we're sitting here, we're like, wait. So I literally thought that things were going to come to an end last night. I thought with the raid, and today does make 14 days. Happy Valentine's Day, happy Love Day. We spread love, not hate, especially on this day. Can we just spread some love on this day? Um, I feel like I thought that it was going to be the end. I thought it was going to come to an end. I thought that we would see the end last night, and then to know that they're still not telling us anything. Yeah, that shot here, right? So standing out here, there's this, even in the daytime, with it being so beautiful, there's this dread because we know what has happened. And if that picture that I showed you is true, then she walked right out that door with her kidnapper. I'm trying. I'm a Cancer, y'all, and I'm an empath, and I'm just like, I try not to let my mind just drift and think about it because it's the saddest thing in the world. You know, it's the saddest thing. It's like this is elderly abuse. You done took somebody's great grandmother, and we don't know where she is. And this is the vast desert. This is the vast desert. She could be anywhere. She could be anywhere. Um, Thank you, Linda. I appreciate you. Um, they said we are all on the Nest Cam now. Well, they took it down, but so okay. So let me see. They do still have the sheriff. They used to have two vehicles. They only have one vehicle here. Oh wait, somebody asked me something. Uh, I did too. Was up all night with no resolution. It was heartbreaking. Someone just asked me something. I did meet JLR last night, and he did. He spoke a little bit um, on my live, and he gave us his side. Oh, someone asked me where did I get the picture. So he gave us his his opinion, his what he thought. Now, they asked about the picture. So what I did was there was an article. Hold on.
Evidence that it's when they take electronics, it takes time for them to go through DNA was from this person who they were questioning last night. There were three people that were detained, but I'm told there was one person that was really subject that they wanted to question. If DNA was taken from that person, they may go back and compare it to DNA that was found in Nancy Guthrie's house, and all of that could take time. It is, and I hadn't heard of that before, but I wondered there was one day when the sheriff's office, it's called the signal sniffer, by the way. There was one day when the sheriff's helicopter was very, very low near Nancy Guthrie's house, and it turns out there's a small box that they place on the skid of the helicopter. They had to actually bring this in, specialized equipment, and it can actually sense Nancy Guthrie's pacemaker. It's a new technology. It's an imperfect. It's not a perfect technology. I'm told it also can pick up like Bluetooth headphones, AirPods, that kind of thing. And the helicopter has to stay very still and very low. But the hope is it could actually pick up a pacemaker, which is why they shifted all the.
Okay, guys. Anytime Brian talking, I'm on it. All right, I think he's leaving now. He can go and get 2 minutes of sleep and then he'll be back. Brian, you only get 2 minutes of sleep, okay? And then you got to come back. So we love when he's on, right? Because he's giving us the update. So they said that there were 3 people that were detained and that they questioned them, right? And they said that it was one person that they were really focused on. He said he's not going to. These people don't sleep, but they making money. They are making money. So he said that there were 3 people that were detained and that they were 2 minutes of sleep only. I say he only get 2 minutes of sleep. Um, So, okay, some people say it's crushing. I like to make people feel good. So you'll see me give anyone you'll hear me give anyone a compliment. You look nice, things like that, because you never know what someone is going through. So it's not crushing. I wouldn't want to date him. I'm just saying, just joking and laughing and, letting people know that all black people are not. You right? You see a different side of us. So, um, but he said that there were 3 people that were detained and that they got DNA from the people, but there was one person that they were really focused on. So that I'm assuming that these people are still being detained. Um, we still don't know. So okay, someone in the live said, "Oh well, no one unalived themselves." So I'm gonna tell you this: we don't know. The mainstream media is not telling you all, but someone on the ground said that there was an unaliving. They took the live down. Well, they um not took it down. They just took it from the public. They make it private, right? 4 more likes. I'm not in Dubai. I'm in Tucson, Arizona. 4 more likes and we'll be at 600, y'all. 797 people. Thank you so much. I don't have any roses. Besides, he has more money than I do. I need people to give me stuff. I'm poor. You ain't hear from my stalker. I'm super poor. My stalker said she poor, but I'm still living a better life than her. Okay. So that's the thing. People are saying that they didn't. Some people said that they did. Something happened with that Range Rover. This is my thing. If they arrested someone, right, out of the Range Rover, then they went ahead and towed the car, right? Now, if they didn't arrest someone and the person unalived themselves, they said the tarp was up. I don't know. I missed that part. I got to go back and look at that part. Oh, I thought he was turning. I ain't trying to get hit out here. Dolly Vision saw it and took it down. He was so upset. He's coming in on 8 minutes on YouTube. Okay, he's coming on in 8 minutes on YouTube. Okay. So no one was arrested. People were detained and questioned. No one has not been arrested. You say you don't see the like button. I think you gotta pull the screen up or down. I'm not sure. Thank you so much for the new subs. I appreciate you all. Oh wait, so you said Dolly witnessed a hit and run. So someone said it had to do with an accident. The tarp was up, however, they had a man in handcuff at the Range Rover. So okay. Now people are saying that the Range Rover. Ooh, my arm. Oh my God. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. I have this book underneath my arm, and I started getting a cramp. I had this book underneath my arm. I started getting a cramp, and I'm holding this phone. So I'm holding this the mic. Put this down. Back on me because me holding the mic and the phone and it's cold is go night night. It's making my arm go to sleep. It's making my arm go to sleep. So let's put this back on me. So you see, I need to be in the sun. You see, my tan kind of leaving. My tan is leaving. I need some sun. But when it get hot, hot, it's gonna be hot, hot. You hear me? And I'll be able to get in the water and get a tan. So people are saying that the person, somebody didn't unalive themselves. Someone's saying that they did. Someone is saying that Dolly Vision witnessed a hit and run. So once Dolly goes live, then we will be able to know exactly what happened. Until then, I don't know. I didn't see the live. All I know is when I got to Culvers, they were they were pulling the vehicle, putting the vehicle on a flatbed. That's what I saw. So and we do have a lot of hit and runs. Thank you, Mary, for liking and subscribing. I appreciate you. Thank you to everyone that has liked and subscribed. I appreciate you all. Thank you to Calisthenics Life and Mr. Mikey, the moderators for the evening. I appreciate you all. 777. So I seen 666 and 777. So if that was a hit and run, then was that even about the Nancy Guthrie case? Because I'm gonna tell you this. They were saying that they are very wealthy and the crime rate is near zero. Thank you, Lipstick Smear 2187. The Catalina Foothills area, they are very wealthy and the crime rate is near zero. Thank you for that. So now the Range Rover 777, the Range Rover, from what I hear, the FBI were working two cases parallel. The little young boys, they in a Tesla. Damn, I wish my mom let me drive a Tesla. I had to drive a Beretta, but I was happy I had a Chevy Beretta, right? So yeah, you're in North Tucson, so yes, Thank you, Chris. I will be your Valentine. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, guys. Um, So let me get back to this. So they were saying that the two investigations will be a run parallel, right? They were they were 5 minutes away from Nancy Guthrie's home. Let me just do this properly. They were they cut the light off. Now y'all can see how dark it really is. Right, so they cut the light off, so News Nation is probably leaving soon, so now you can really see how dark it is in front of Nancy's home. Let me look. Well, George, Chrysler George, you were supposed to be giving me some chocolates. Thank you, Beverly, for the bronze medal. You said you want to be my my Valentine. Thank you so much for the torch, Leanne. I appreciate you. um let me see if I how I know how to do this. Uh, it's Valentine's Day, yo. Turn this stuff off and go back. Well, I'm a female, so I don't know what's going on. It is Valentine's Day, but the crazy thing is people are still they're intrigued. They're intrigued. So okay, so if they said that the two cases were going parallel, they were being run parallel, the investigations. So look, the boys, the people they were in, that's who were in the white Tesla. They didn't park and came up to the house. Everybody is intrigued. So if they're saying that the two investigations were run in parallel, the FBI, they served the federal warrant at the house that is 5 minutes away from Nancy Guthrie's home, right? The 6215, the house that I went to first. And then the FBI was also following the vehicle, right? The Range Rover. So if that's true, then I would think that they're connected. So what was the hit and run? Right? Was a hit and run? Was the Range Rover the hit and run? Is that what was connected? So now they just cut the light. Okay, so now they cut it off. Look at how dark it is. Look, look at this. Do you see this? You can't see anything. You see how dark it is? Now, so they cut the lights, right? They're packing up, they're leaving. This is how dark it is. Now, we saw the video and it looked, right? He came in, that was because it was night vision. So even if the picture is true of him walking her out, right? They're not even talking about the Range Rover, so we don't know. They're not telling us anything. The mainstream media is not telling us anything. The FBI is not telling us anything. The sheriff's department is not telling us anything, which they shouldn't. They shouldn't. They're doing the case. They're working the case. They're investigating the case. However, if that picture is real of him walking her out, look at this. Now, the only thing we're seeing is the light from there, right? The deputy sheriff probably keeps their light on all night. 33 more likes. There's 765 people in here. Tap, 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 tap. Let's get the 700 likes, right? Um, do you all live around here? You do. Which way?
I live in different houses.
Okay, okay. You all kind of look alike. Um, you friends, family, friends. So, did you all know Nancy?
I did not personally.
No, you ever seen her?
Um,
Yeah. Even if we don't know her, like I've never met her, but I think that it could be anyone's grandmother, anyone's great grandmother. What brought you all out? Yeah, yeah. Do you all want to put up a ribbon? A yellow ribbon? Let me go to the car and get the ribbon and the scissors. Okay? You're welcome. All right, guys. So I can take the. So now they put the light back up, right? But y'all see how dark it was. You see how dark it was. So these are young people, and I didn't want to really question them. I didn't want to put them on camera, but I do want to get their take. And, if they probably just want to come and pay their respects. So I have the yellow ribbon in the car. I have the scissors, and I will record them putting up the ribbon. I put up this one yesterday. This is the one I put up yesterday. And I'm going to go and get some ribbon so they can put it up, right? Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. You have a great personality, people watcher. You have a great personality. I've been subscribed for a little while and always enjoy watching. Stay safe in that in that eerie darkness. Thank you so much, people watcher. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the super chat. And I real talk, you all. I just try to treat people how I want to be treated. And this world is so horrible. I'm not gonna say the world is horrible, but some of the people are so horrible. And I don't know. For me, it makes me feel good to treat people nicely. I feel like if more people um knew about other people's cultures and want to learn about other people's cultures and their not their nationality, because we're all Americans, but I feel like racism uh wouldn't be as prevalent if we took the time to try to get to know someone, right? I can't I probably Jim can relate to is the camaraderie of us here. Like they're young, they're driving a Tesla, and somebody got money. So that's a different life than mine. But we are all human, and we are all going to come and try to pay our respects and just, hope and pray that this woman is brought home. And my fingertips are freezing. Let me put the camera down. I don't want to show them. You might have to open it. What are your names?
Wilder.
Wilder.
I'm Gemma.
And I'm
Gemma.
Augie.
Arky.
Augie.
Augie.
Yeah.
I'm Shantae.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you all.
What do you
I
out here doing?
I follow true crime. So I'm a vlogger, and in between of me taking care of the house, I wish I was y'all age and still live with mommy and daddy. But I follow true crime. I have a true crime podcast. I'll take the trash. Okay, thank you. Um I'm intrigued, and I just want to pay. So they have them tied up around here. Let me give you all some light if you want. But this is the reason why I have kept the ribbon in the car, because people want to pay their respects. I put the ribbon up yesterday. Wilder, that's Gemma, and Augie.
Yeah.
Oh, I did well, and I'm horrible with names. Look at that, guys.
Is there a place we can follow you?
Sure. I'm Travel with Tay Tay.
Travel
Oh, yeah. Thank you
like
so
TY?
TAYTAY. Yeah. So who was driving the Tesla? I think that was you.
That's mine,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, that's yours.
Yeah.
Yes. I wouldn't have any license. I drove a Tesla once. That car is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
But I have to be careful because, Lord, I might drive too fast. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you.
I just wrote it down below.
Okay.
Do you know the newest update about what's going on?
So Brian Enton is down there, and Brian Enton has told us that. Um, okay, so let me hold these here. So what he has told us recently is, let me make sure I got it right. There were 3 people that were detained, right? Now something happened last night at Culvers,
I saw it.
right?
I didn't even know what was going on. I saw the cop cars and I was like, what's that? And I found out this morning that it had to do with Nancy.
So they said it had to do with Nancy, right? The FBI was there. They took the car, they put it on a flatbed. But the crazy thing is there are reports that are saying that someone unalived themselves,
I saw that.
right? But they're not saying anything, and
Yeah.
they shouldn't. The FBI and the police shouldn't say anything because everybody's going to go to social media or whatever and tell.
Right.
But then that they were saying that there was a hit and run.
Oh.
So, but there's a YouTuber or an influencer that was out there that has it, that has the video. Now, they said that he was so distraught that he deleted it, but he made it, you know,
Yeah.
unlisted.
Mhm.
So they did have a glove, and there's DNA, but we were thinking, right? If y'all watch true crime, they get the DNA. Oh, put in CODIS. There's a hit. We call for a search warrant. There's a federal search warrant. Let's call SWAT. That's what we thought was happening. But we were out there last night, and I mean, no one is there. I went by the house, so we don't know. There are 4 cars there, but I think right now we're just waiting because the DNA and stuff, it doesn't work as quickly as we see on TV.
Right.
But I just feel like using federal resources is way better than local or whatever. But that's just my opinion. But at this point, we're just still waiting. We're still waiting. But they did question. They got the DNA from the 3 people that they did detain, and there is one person that Brian said that they are really questioning.
Yeah.
We're just hoping. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. Thank you. Happy Love Day. We're just hoping that it's 14 days, but I pray that if it's about money and it's an organized crime,
Right.
then someone
It has to be
unalive,
organized.
right? So we will hope that they got the medicine, like they really planned for this, because someone that's not alive is worth nothing to anyone.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, please let capitalism be pushing them, because these people, the people that live in this neighborhood, the adult community, I know they're afraid. But lock your doors, people. You know, lock your doors. I know a lot of white people don't lock their doors. Black people, I'm from Jersey and New York. We locking everything, right? But unfortunately, we don't know. Everybody may look, smile, hi, but we don't know the hearts of people.
Right.
And that's what we have to be mindful of, because no one, I posted a picture that I found on a website of a guy walking Nancy out. He had a gun. Y'all saw the gun, the weapon, right? It was behind her. It's on my channel. It was behind.
Real picture.
So I don't know, but I do know that they said Pima County Sheriff's Department, there's leaking things, but I can connect it. They said, so the person has big hair. We don't know what someone's hair look like when they wake up, right? But when they kidnap a child, they dye the hair. What was in his backpack?
Yeah.
Was it a wig? They said, well, how she put clothes on? They said he was in there for 40 minutes.
Really?
And then when he's leaning over, he doesn't look like a young man. This doesn't look like somebody like you all.
Of him breaking into like the other person's yard, he looks old.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. So they said that the person with the Range Rover was 42. So
Yeah.
but I don't, and I said, is it real or is it fake? but I also explained why I think it could be real. Now AI is amazing, and some people, but it looks like he has the gun behind her, right? Now think about it. She's walking out on the left side, he's on the right side, and say she gets out the house and she's like, "Oh my God, where is he taking me? Let me try to scream." No one's gonna hear you though,
Right.
right? These houses are huge. Shout out to you all living in this damn neighborhood. But these houses are huge, so you don't know. What if she screamed? He hit her in the nose. That's where the blood comes from,
Yeah.
right? Because it wasn't a lot. But I'm just like, I had to work out. I did some crying because it's like, she's a human. I go to the gym with 80 some year olds. Yes, they're active, but she's still 84.
Mhm.
Are you allowed to walk?
I don't think so. Even though, the pizza guy walked up.
Oh
Did,
yeah,
did
I
y'all hear
saw
about?
that. And then I saw a pool worker too.
But what's crazy is they had these vehicles here and at the other one. And I left on Sunday. So I said, well, how in the hell did the pizza guy walk up? Now, somebody sent a pizza to JLR. But if I was going to send a pizza to my person that I'm following, I know her address is 5820. It's either going to be 5800 or the other one.
Yeah.
The who said? But I was just surprised they were able to walk up. Then the Javelina came. Everybody's coming and paying their respects to Nancy, I guess. But this is we have to be careful. Tucson doesn't really have a lot of big crimes, but when they have big crimes, y'all heard about the doctor that killed it was ophthalmologist, his business partner on North First Avenue, the
Yeah.
plaza, the La Paloma back in the day where they blew up the car. I'm the two girls that were killed from the Speedway children. So it's like when they do have a crime, it's like they have a big crime. Ali, Wilder. Damn, I had it right the first time. You not cold? Y'all not cold?
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to talk you all to death. That's what I've heard so far. So we're just still waiting on, I guess, a statement from the FBI. Angelica, she's the PIO for, like, she talks to the media. And I did catch her speaking to the media last night. And she did say that the raid did have to do with the Nancy Guthrie case. And she also said that, the FBI, they would be releasing a statement, but they said they'll release a statement last night, but the FBI are slow. That's what she said. And then they said that they're not releasing a statement, which, I mean, they shouldn't, right? They shouldn't. Just do. Find her, please. But it's scary because this is the desert.
Right.
And normally I'm not out at night. If it wasn't the police and all these people, it's dark as hell at night here. I always got my banger with me. I don't play because, you take someone and you put it, they'll never find you. That's what's scary. They said that Savannah Guthrie, she quit.
She did.
They said she quit today. Yeah, she quit the Today Show, and I mean, she she may come back, right? But right now it's like I can't. I know how I feel. You all came out here because you all feel a certain way, right? Like it's dread, but then it's like that's their family.
Right.
No matter what happens, I just hope that they bring her home. Whether we hope she's alive, but even if she's unalive, bring her home, let them celebrate, let them, bury her and properly. Because when someone is missing, if someone dies, it leaves a void. But if someone is missing, that leaves a void. And
Yeah.
y'all just continue to be nice people because this world is horrible. It's horrible. But yeah, I think that's all I know so far. Have y'all been over there?
No.
No. Where they had the raid. It's only 5 minutes away.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
So if it did have something to do with Nancy, the crazy thing is the law enforcement were checking the traffic lights. There are no traffic lights from here to there.
Yeah, it's 1,000.
It's it's not like Ina. So I think they said it came from a tip. So I thought it was with the DNA, right? But they said it came from a tip.
Yeah.
So they went out there and it looks like they were executing the raid at the house and then they were also following the Range Rover. So whatever happened, yes. Now, people are saying somebody died. They said it was a hit and run. Somebody killed themselves. Y'all saw the tarp up and they were getting something out of the trunk.
I saw that.
But then they said they had something yellow across the front. Like, they wouldn't have that if it's not a dead body. But they're not going to tell us that. So people are like, that didn't happen. I'm like, the people on the ground are saying something different. But we can say what we see. These big media people, they can't give their opinion. We can. And that's the difference. But I'm just.
What's your goal out here right now?
So I come out here at night because my internet is just too much. So I come out here at night to, like, the cleanup woman.
Yeah.
I get all of the last minute, stories because it's at night. The updates for 11 o'clock on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So that's why I come out here at night. In the daytime, I talk to Pat from K-Gung 9. Most of the Tucson people don't talk to me, but I've met Jonathan Bigliotti from CBS. He just followed me on Instagram. Not that that really means anything, but Brian Enton is down there from YouTube. He's with News Nation. Rob Kavasiak from, I think he is NBC out of LA. So I've been Sean Mahoney, Fort Hatchet. I have been meeting quite a bit of people, and I'm not a journalist, but I'm a true crime addict.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that I don't question them now. I'm too afraid to question them for updates and stuff. And sometimes they just give it to me, but I just do this. Come on, guys, let's listen.
Yeah.
Let's be nosy. And we're just getting the same news, but right here.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I do. I'm going to try to come out here tomorrow. I'm supposed to be, but I didn't. It was supposed to be from 8:30 to 10, and it's 9:16. I told them I'll be there tomorrow though. It's So let me see. I want to be like you. We're driving the Tesla. But I'm not gonna hold you all because it's cold. I'm gonna let you all pay your respects, but I just wanted to give you all the rope. You too. Have a good one. Okay, thank you. All right, guys, I'm gonna do one more walkthrough and head home. It's a little chilly out here, but it was nice talking to the young people and their neighbors. They are neighbors here. They are neighbors here. So what is this? Y'all talk about Luke Daly. Somebody said Luke Daly. Um, oh, America's grandma. I like that. Oh, so okay, so y'all are saying Luke Daly. So I went ahead and Googled Luke Daly, right? And I got this church guy. So I don't know who that is, but they said Luke Daly is the owner of the Range Rover. Okay. I agree, Michelle. I hope they find her. Capture Dandy. I hope nothing ever happens to your family because you are very insensitive. It's really sad. So, yes, no one got arrested. People were detained, but no one got arrested. They did say that the Range Rover situation was in conjunction with this, right? With Nancy Guthrie. They did not arrest anyone. I really wish that people would stop saying that it's Annie's husband or Annie did it, because if you all do not have proof of that, all you're doing is sullying someone's name. What if they did not have anything to do with this and they are, sad and stressed out and have anxiety because their family member is gone, or. Oh, wait, I got a super chat. Thank you so much, guys. I didn't even know. Thank you for the gifts. I'm so sorry if I missed it, but I just feel like we shouldn't point the finger at people because you can destroy their lives. Now, what if it comes out that it was someone else? And these people are saying it's Annie, it's Annie's sister, it's Annie's husband. That's not right. And I'm gonna say that that's not right. Right? until it goes back to them, please stop blaming these people. Because if they don't have anything to do with it and they are sad, and now they sad that their mother and their mother-in-law has been kidnapped, and then that we have people online saying they did it, how would that make you feel? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yes, I mean we can be open-minded, but I don't want to blame anyone, because if they did not have anything to do with that, that when people were harassing me and stalking me and lying on me, that messes with your mind. Did I think about unaliving myself? Yes, I wouldn't do it, but you get depressed and stuff like that because the world is saying you did something and you didn't do it and they don't have any proof. I'm going to sue the person for that. Yeah, you see that? But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, lipstick smear. We can question everybody, but like you said, if there's no motive, thank you so much for the bronze medal. Cork Sosa. I just don't want to say, oh, this person, saying, okay, let me clarify something. We all have a right to our opinion. Everyone is a suspect until someone is arrested. But when people say this person did it, there's no proof. Annie's husband did it, there's no proof, right? We can say, well, I think he, like with the picture, not my picture, but the picture that I found on the website and I shared it. I'm like, I think that this picture is real. It could be real because this, that, and that. Now, if someone comes and say, well, I think he did this because this, that, and that. You have proof. I mean, you can back up your argument, right? But I'm just not going to come out of my mouth and say he did this. It's him. The Range Rover is linked to him. I have no proof of that. I have no proof of that. Maybe some of you all have done some research and y'all have proof of that. I have no proof of that. So I'm just not going to just go out and say someone did this and it's their fault and they did this and this, that, and the third, because in the end, if they didn't have anything to do with it, I'm going to look real stupid. And then what if this person, I don't know. I just know, like I told you all, in New Jersey, the people that are here from Monmouth County or from New Jersey, they know that there was a woman that was, I think her name was Jeanette. I showed you all the picture in another video. But um, she was unalive. The Tesla is leaving. She was unalived. And they kept saying that her fiance did it because they had an argument and this, that, and the third. And come to find out, it was a case of mistaken identity. It was a case of mistaken identity. Drug dealers were looking for drugs and they came into the wrong apartment. They were abusing her. They were torturing her. They were assaulting her. And then they found out that they were in the wrong apartment. But hey, they were already stuck on 187, 187. They're in a different state of mind. They just got kill, whatever. Right? And they still killed her. I mean, they're in prison now. Right? They could have stopped, they could have left. Oh, we're in the wrong place. They kept going. What happened to the fiance? The fiance became an alcoholic. He, because the whole world was blaming him for the wife, for him killing his fiance, and he did not do it. It was a case of mistaken identity, and they destroyed that man's life. So that's why I say, if they don't know if it's the brother-in-law, if you say it, keep it to yourself, whatever. I'm going to say on my channel that I'm not going to point the fingers at anyone until the police say something, because you can destroy people's lives. This man is a teacher. The students are saying, why are they treating him like this? We don't know. And I'm just not going to be the judge, juror, and executioner of someone that I don't know. The law enforcement is not telling us anything until they make an arrest. That's all I say. That's just my take on it. Yeah. This is the ex FBI lady story. Is that real? Is that real, lady? I don't know what you're talking about. The story that I just talked about was a teacher. She was from Red Bank in New Jersey. in the apartment complex called Brighton Arms, BRIGHTON ARMS, and she was murdered. And it was an apartment, and it was a wrong. They were in the wrong apartment. They were in the wrong apartment. No, mountain lions don't. So I'm honest, mountain lions don't come into. We're not in the wild. Mountain lions may be on the mountain, but mountain lions are not coming down the mountain. The mountain is that way. Like we live in a valley, so the mountain, there are different mountains that surround us, but the mountain lions are not coming down the mountain to eat us up. That's not that's not how it happens. That's not how it happens. They stay up there. So who is this? Didn't they have an image? So I whoever said this, it says, didn't they have an image of the suspect putting his hand over her mouth, taking her out of the house? So I posted a video from the pictures of a website that I saw, right? And on the website, on the website, they have video, they have pictures. And one of the pictures on the left-hand side was a woman in a nightgown, and that just didn't match. But the picture on the right-hand side was still shots of the alleged kidnapper, the suspect, right? The person that broke into the house and, took the camera off, the video and pictures that the FBI released, right? And then that person had a handgun. And then we see the handgun, somebody smoking a cigarette. We see the person has a handgun behind in Nancy's back, and people are saying that's not Nancy, and that's different hair and things like that. Like, we don't know what was in that full backpack. We have no idea what was in that full backpack. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome everybody. Let me see. She was a teacher in Red Bank but lived in Neptune City. Thank you so much, Princess Lani. One. Thank you so much for that. Yep. Okay. All right. We do want Nancy brought home. We do. I'm going to head to the car. It's a lot chilly out here, guys. Do you think that we can get to 800 likes? We're at 759. It's 728 people in here, 722. If everyone clicks like, then we'll go. Oh, it's dark. But if people click like, we can get to 800 likes. And then we're done. I'm going to, my fingertips are frozen. Oh my goodness. Ooh, ladies first. It's cold out this piece. It's cold. Okay, so let me see. Okay. All right, let's put this up here. We at 777, 786. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We got 14 more. 14 more likes. We'll be at 800 likes. I'm going to try to come out here in the morning. Hopefully there will be some type of update. From South Florida, send us some warmth. Mountain lions like meat, and they're coming if they're hungry. So please be careful. Thank you. Who is that? Thank you, Michelle. Look, I got a lot of meat. I got my gun with me though. So it'll be a me and a mountain lion. But the mountain lions, we live in a valley. So the mountain lions are in the mountains. They're in the mountains. They're not necessarily, they don't come down. Thank you so much, Pam, for liking and subscribing. We hit 100. Shout out to Jamie, Jersey in the house. Thank you so much for vibing with me, you all. Thank you for the super chats, Miss Barbara. And dang, I forgot the second name. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the super chat. Let me see if I can go back to it. There we go. Look at that. Thank you so much, People Watcher. I appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you for the people that gave torches and gifts. Thank you for the guys that tapped like. I appreciate you all. I will be out here tomorrow. Oh, thank you for being our Valentine. Thank you for being my Valentine, guys. Tay is single, and we were just hoping that today would have been the day for Nancy to come home, but we're still praying for Nancy, and we're praying for the family. We know that we can't do too much for them, but pray for them and send light and love And we just hope that Nancy is brought home. That's all we hope. We hope that Nancy um, was brought home. But thank you so much. And I will see you all 84 ain't with everybody in my family. Stay connected with locations, always calling each other. That woman was 84, ain't no way. And you know, different families, I guess. Yes, I'm gonna get some hot tea. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm gonna give me some hot tea. Um, you know, everyone doesn't want their whole family in their business. And but I feel like with this is an opportunity for people to talk, right? And have a open dialogue about family. And hey, so what do you feel comfortable sharing with us, because we don't want what happened to Nancy to happen to you. So I just feel like there are different. Oh, well, what is that? what is, what am I seeing here? That was weird. Y'all know I live out here. I feel like I be seeing excuse me, what are they called? um oh God, what is it called? UFOs. I swear I be seeing UFOs out here. I swear. So you know what? Maybe next, maybe tomorrow, we will. Oh man, I don't know about tomorrow. I'm gonna come out here tomorrow, guys, but I noticed that if I come out here at night, my internet is better. In the daytime, it just be wowing for respect. So I'm definitely gonna come out here tomorrow, but um I'm definitely going to come out here tomorrow, but you know, tomorrow's Wednesday and Monday is the beginning of the work week, right? It's the beginning of the week. We got to go make the donuts. We got to go do everything we got to do. Um, I agree. Blue Shy 5489. Anyone complaining about coverage is what is needed to keep it alive in public, because some people come on here and they're like, yo, um, who is Nancy? Right? So everyone doesn't know. Everyone doesn't know. But I'm gonna be out here tomorrow, and um, I'll be out here tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to come early and get all the information, because I know I'm gonna miss the meeting tonight. I was supposed to do a Google Meet with someone between 8:30 and 10, so I'm gonna miss that tonight, but I'm gonna try to do that tomorrow. But thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Take care, guys. Say a prayer for Nancy before you go to bed.